I'd like to bring this meeting to order with a brief prayer of thanks to our Savior. Our Batman, who art in Gotham, cowled be thy mane. Now, y'all know Kev Smith's a big old fat man, but did you know his favorite hero is Batman, the Dark Knight who punches dirty turkeys in the face? That's right, Cape Crusader. Punch all those turkeys. Punch them in their turkey necks. So once a week now, this no-fly list fatty's gonna put the food down and get chatty about Batty, and this turkey gets wordy about Gotham like it's a real place. He ain't got time for his wife or daughter. This Catwoman's losing, Batman ain't caught her. Go get her, Cape Crusader. You want a pussy on now? Get ready, turkeys. We gon' bat shit. Babbling about the bat with old Kevin Smith. Now here's the fat man who loves Batman himself, Fat Kev Smith. Get on out here, turkey. You guys are sweet, man.
God damn it.
Welcome to Fat Man on Batman. I'm Kevin Smith.
Marc Bernardin.
Hey! What? We are in Detroit, ladies and gentlemen, as you guys in the room absolutely know. But for those listening at home, we are in Detroit at the Fillmore Theater here, kicking off. What do they say? I'm sorry, I'm very baked. Kicking open or off? Kicking open, yeah, kicking off.
Open. Yeah.
The doors of the Freep Film Festival, man. Give it up for the folks at the Freep. What? But this is a special episode for me and Marc because we are in Detroit, a city so fucking super all year, as you know. A city so fucking super, it is both Metropolis and Gotham City, man. Now, before we go any further, just a little housekeeping to let you guys know what you're in store for. How many people have heard the podcast, Fat Man on Batman? Put your hands together real quick. Nice. Very nice. Now, for our own edification, how many people have never heard this podcast before? Put your hands together right now. So there's a smattering of people who are like, Fat Man on Batman, that sounds erotically charged.
And who's the black guy?
And which one's the fat man? Let's shed a little light on it for those who are like, what the fuck is this? Me and Marc do a show, Fat Man on Batman. Originally, the show started as talking to creators, people that worked on Batman and stuff. It grew into a show where we talk about everything in the genre. We do it under the title of Fat Man on Batman. We were just listening to the song as we were coming out. I was like, we should really change that song. Because it doesn't mention Marc in any way whatsoever, man. So
and it's we got country for me. I'm a little more rock and roll.
Is that what you, really? Is that what you, what would the theme song you want to do sound like?
I don't know, man. Like,
because I did that in honor of my father. If you want to shit on it, go ahead.
I mean,
anyway, I'm sure you had a dad. What would he like to hear?
My dad would have liked a little Luther Vandross.
A little Luther Vandross?
Yeah.
That would be dope. If we actually Wyatt, did a like, turn off the lights.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, you got the voice too.
We could do that.
So
we could take it on the road. Wait, we took it on the road.
We did. But we could literally do the song Fat Man on Batman as a sexy soul song.
Yeah, we could.
Like a lot of double entendres and stuff. And then at the end of every line, then we hit to you. So like, we're gonna talk about the bat. Oh yeah. We'll be working on that. Okay, man. Just to let you know, what we're gonna do is sit here and talk about all the topics we got lined up to talk about this evening. All of it kind of geek genre oriented, all of it comic book movie, TV show kind of stuff. And then when we're done talking about what we want to talk about, we'll turn it over to you guys and we'll do a little bit of Q&A and then send you off into the night. How's that sound? First off, thanks to the Freep Fest for having us, especially because this, give it up for the Freep. Yeah. Freep Film Fest is happening right now. As you heard, like, The Death of Superman Lives, What Happens is playing. It's an excellent documentary. If you haven't seen it already, go see it. I'm not just saying that because I'm in it. It's an excellent fucking documentary. But to be fair, I am pretty good in it. But be prepared, because it's the larger version of me. Like, I went to see the doc, and I was like, holy shit, like, look at that whale. And and it was weird. So you'll see the fat man on Batman part of me. I mean, recently I lost 85 pounds, so it's not so, thank you. Thank you. I just did it by cutting out sugar, man. Like, I remember I've watched people yo-yo and weight and stuff like that, or watch people who were big lose a bunch of weight, like Seth Rogen after Zach and Miri Make a Porno. He lost a fuck ton of weight, man.
That Green Hornet weight?
Yeah, he took off to get all Green Horneted out.
How'd that work out for him?
It depressed the shit out of me, man. It was so bad. Like, and I remember the moment. I saw the moment when he was like, I don't want to be this guy. We were shooting Zach and Miri Make a Porno, and in the movie, he shaves his beard off at a certain point, and it was the day, and he knew he was shaving his beard off the whole movie. He's like, that's gonna be cool, man, that'll transition, it'll be a different look. And he shaved his beard off, and he came to set so despondent, and he was just like, look at this shit. And I was like, what's the matter? He's like, I look like a fucking beluga whale. And I was like, that's going in the movie? And we put the line right in the flick. So when I saw him next, like a few months later, and he lost a fuck ton of weight, I was like, dude, what's the fucking secret, man? And he was like, But then he said it was just he ate less and exercised. And I was like, yeah, I know, but what's the fucking secret? Like, how'd you do it? My secret was not even that secretive. I just took sugar out of my life. For anybody wondering, like, how the fuck? It wasn't hard, didn't hire a trainer, didn't swallow a tapeworm, no fucking digestive tract cut. All I did was take sugar out of my life, and I walked the dogs even before, but I started walking them up a hill like 1.5 miles. Now, if you take sugar out of your life, be prepared. The first 2 weeks, man, you will suck dick for Lucky Charms. I'm not entirely unsure I didn't, man, because those 2 weeks were a fucking haze and stuff like that. So in any event, man, there's just a little pass along information. Sugar is the thing. Just took it out instantly, immediately, all together. People were like, what about juices? No. What about honey? No. What about, like, just nothing? My diet went to a steady diet of cotton candy jelly beans, fistfuls every hour to keep me peppy, to like nothing, man. Beet juice. Like, I drink a lot of beet juice. And there's another inside tip. If you drink beet juice, he said it makes your dick hard, man. Ladies are like, fuck that. But yeah, I must do something for women as well. But what it does for men, it was crazy, man. I started drinking this veggie drink with the whole beet ground up into it and shit. And I was getting like fucking rigid, and I'm just going to my wife, like hitting her, and you busy, you know? And so there's that. And there's another health tip coming from me, of all people. And that's what we do on Fat Man on Batman, give out health advice. This is an important show for us, ladies and gentlemen, because this is Marc's first live Fat Man on Batman. Give it up for him.
I'm so glad I could share it with all of you in this intimate setting.
Yes, Marc is black.
I've been told. My parents have been trying to convince me of that for years, but...
The idea, like when we do the show, we generally do it at home and stuff, so we just talk to our heart's content. But the ball is in a different playing field because now there's other people to consider. And if the room is full and like it's silent for too long, then you get scared where you're like, oh, we suck. So you'll find that like it's not the same conversation. Like we'll have the same conversation, but you'll find the need to be like, I should fucking say something witty now.
I'm just gonna say everything I'm thinking all the time. So it's like my internal monologue. I should be funny right now. Kevin's talking too long. I should say something right now.
Is that what you're fucking thinking right now?
I need more beet juice right now.
Let's begin, ladies and gentlemen, talking a little bit about The Flash. There's a TV show on CW called The Flash. Normally, I talk about this show as an outsider, as a spectator, as somebody who watches it and loves the show. I've posted videos of me watching it and bawling. My mother watched the video recently. I was with my mother for the last 2 days, and she said, somebody told me you were crying on the internet. And I was like, yeah, it must be Tuesday. But I was like, they must be talking about this Flash video. And she said, what is it? I said, well, I love the show to Flash. And I taped myself watching the season finale. And that my mother couldn't process that. She was like, why did you have a camera on yourself? And I was like, so it could see me watching the show. And she was like, are you sure? And I was like, what do you mean? And she was like, you can be honest with me. And I was like, about what, mother? And she was like, was it autoerotica asphyxiation? And I was like, Ma, they don't use a camera on that. They use a fucking necktie or a belt or some such shit. Little knowledge goes a bad way. So I was explaining to her, I said, no, a lot of people online like shoot themselves reacting to shit. And I was told that episode was really moving and shit. So I was like, I'm gonna shoot myself watching it. And you know, I went to pieces. If you know the season finale, he goes back in time, try to save his mom. He has a very emotional scene with his dying mother on the floor of his childhood home. So, you know, that's what broke me up, man, all the mom and son stuff. And when I showed my mother that at the end of the clip, man, my mom was just like, Jesus, I hope you cry that hard at my funeral. And I was like, were you offended by that? She's like, a little bit. It's a fictional woman, you know? So I love the show long time. And what I did was I get to breathe rarefied air. Sometimes I just call up people and be like, hey, can I be involved? And I've done that a few times in the past. Once was on Law & Order, the TV show. I was a huge fucking Law & Order fan. I called my agent and I was like, dude, can you get me on Law & Order? And he's like, yeah, you want to direct an episode? I was like, fuck no, that's too much responsibility. I said, I would want to be on the show. And he goes, oh, you want to be like the bad guy? And I was like, fuck no, that's too much responsibility. I said, I just want to be a guy they meet, like a guy who leads him to a guy who leads him to a guy.
Right, like the fourth guy on the clue trail?
Yes.
Because the second guy is always the murderer.
Yes.
So you don't want to be that guy.
Well, no, that's too much responsibility.
No. Yeah, just like they do, like, oh, that guy, murder police, he went that way.
Yes. And they'd point him to me, and then I'd point him to somebody who'd eventually point him back to the fucking bad guy and shit. So my agent's like, I'll try. And the people at Law & Order were like, yeah, if he wants to, come on. So I went up to shoot an episode of fucking Law & Order. It was Jerry Orbach and Jesse Martin, who was also in the episode of Flash that I directed. So we got to work together again. And we were talking about that day. I was like, dude, like, I haven't seen you in a long time. He goes, I know, I'll never forget that day because we couldn't fucking believe that you were doing this. And I was like, really? He's like, yeah, almost all of us. He's going, Jerry didn't know who the fuck you were. Which broke my heart because I was like, Lumiere, you know? Like fucking,
just put me in the corner. I could be baby. Put me in the corner.
I was like, what I remember is like, I had a script, you know, they give you a script and stuff. And since I fancy myself a writer, I was like, well, I'm gonna change some of these lines, make it sound more like me, put it in my patois. I'm gonna give them this shit for free. And so, and I brought my lines to set and shit, and I met everybody, and it was really cool. And then they were like, all right, let's go for a take. And we started doing the take, and they're doing the scripted lines that were just on the sides that I had. Then it's time for me to start talking, and I start going off page and rocking them with my ad libs and shit like that. And the whole time they're kind of looking at me because the shot's on me, and both of them are looking at me like, oh no, this is gonna be fun. And as soon as the take was over, Gus Macris, who's the director, Constantine Macris, he came over. I was like, do you like that shit? And he goes, don't ad lib. He's like, don't make up dialogue. They hate that here. And I was like, who hates it? And he's like, them. And he pointed at fucking Jerry and Jesse and shit. So I was like, was that true? And Jesse's like, yeah, we love being on script on that show. And you came in and started talking about noinch, noinch, noinch or something like that. So that was years and years ago. In this example, I love The Flash so much, I didn't even reach out. Jordan, Jason's wife, Jordan Monsanto, who runs our company, Jason Mewes, she called up my agent and was like, who is incidentally also named Jordan. So girl Jordan told boy Jordan to call up Flash.
And form a band.
Yeah, they got together, man, the Jordans. And they called the Flash show, and Andrew Kreisberg was like, oh yeah, totally. We would do that in a heartbeat. So I got to go up and direct an episode of The Flash. And right before I did, I got real self-conscious because I was like, this show looks good, and I never do that. So how am I supposed to reconcile this, but I put myself safely into the hands of the people that make the show I love every week. Like, that was the key, to not go up there and be like, all you bitches are wrong. Let me show you how the Flash should be made, you know? And it's like, no, I love the show for a reason, so like, I wanted to go make their show, not my show. A lot of people are like, you gotta put Jay and Silent Bob in it? And I was like, no, that would be making my show, not their show.
Detective Snooch and Detective Booch.
Yes. And I would never do that. I did put Detective Booch into the show. So Jason Mewes has a cameo in the show. And I didn't even plan for that, man. It was the good folks at Flash. They were like, hey, we wrote a little cameo for Jay to play. Do you think he'll do it? And I was like, do I think he'll do it? I was like, this fucker, like, this is his religion, man. Like, he loves all the CW shows. He fucking has a salmon ladder in his house so he could pretend to be the Flash. I mean, Green Arrow. He takes off his shirt and he's like, look, I'm Ollie. And he does this shit.
Is it just like a fish sitting next to a ladder?
Yeah. It's very small.
Like, I can't. No.
So I said, I guarantee you he'll do it. So Mewes was coming with me anyway. They're like, do you think he'll come up for it? And I was like, he was gonna come up and be my assistant. So he's gonna be here regardless. He wanted to go see all the Arrow sets and shit. And he loves Flash, so he wanted to meet everybody and fucking get autographs and shit. So he was up there and I was like, dude, you'll never believe it, but they said that they wrote a little part for you. You want to be in an episode of The Flash? And I've known Jason Mewes 25 years. I've seen him cry twice. Once at the birth of his daughter, and once when I was like, you're gonna be in a CW show. Literally glassed up and rolled his hair. He's like, you're not fucking with me, are you? And I was like, no, they wrote you a scene, it's real cute and stuff, and it's you, it's not Jay and Silent Bob and stuff. And he was like, oh, I'm gonna do so good. And I was like, why? He's like, because I wanna do all the CW shows. I was like, really? He's like, as this same character. And I was like, you didn't even read the script yet, man. Like, what if you're a pederast? He's like, doesn't matter. I'm gonna be in the DC universe. He was so stoked about it. So we have a scene with him and he interacts with the villain on the show of that episode. And it was fun. But then we had another opportunity because there's the episode ends with a tag that sets up the next episode, which was one of my favorite things about that show to Flash. And when I looked at my script, which was written by Zach Stentz, he wrote Thor and he wrote
X-Men
First Class. You know him, he's a buddy of yours. Yeah. This is so adorable. Marc told me that. Like at one point, he's like, my friend is gonna write your Flash script. And I was just like, oh, he is? I was like, what the fuck? They didn't ask me?
Asshole?
Yeah, I was like, what kind of fucking low-level scrub they getting to write my Flash script? And he was like, he wrote First Contact and he wrote Thor. And I was like, is the egg showing? I was like, oh my God, that's a good screenwriter. And Zach wrote a fucking great script, man. It was a really emotional script. So the tag at the end of this episode has like, the tag is like after the episode proper ends, it says The Flash. And then they have one more scene where you're like, holy shit, one more scene. This scene has a bunch of people in it. Bunch of people, big wide shot, ends with a big wide shot. So it allowed for me to put Jason into the crowd as a metahuman. It was in a mask. So I told him, I was like, look, I don't know, I know we shot your other scene. I said, but we got this scene here, man, where I could put you into the scene in the background and we'll see you, but we won't see your face. You're gonna be wearing a mask and you've got this armor and you'll hold a weapon. And I said, do you wanna do that? And he was like, more than I wanted to do the other thing. I was like, really? I was like, because you had dialogue with the other thing. He goes, who fucking cares, man? He was like, my whole life, I've always wanted to be a superhero or a supervillain in the DC universe. And I'm like, narrow it down, motherfucker. Like, those are two different sides. He's like, this is amazing. I never imagined I'd get a chance to do something like this. Like, yeah, I'll totally do it. So everyone on the crew was delighted by it because he's such a hardcore fan and he brought such enthusiasm into it. So they gave him a pretty cool mask that's kind of recognizable and they gave him a badass weapon to hold. And he stands next to like another pretty prominent villain. I don't want to give too much away.
Is it Darth Vader?
It's not Darth Vader. But that would be amazing. Could you imagine? I'm like, and if this all isn't good enough, Jason, you're gonna stand next to Darth Vader.
You're IG-88 in this scene.
His fucking head would just explode. He'd think he was back on the heroin and dreaming and shit like that. So we went and shot, man. It was really fucking lovely. I was afraid that I wasn't gonna be judicious enough because I love the fucking show and I love all the performances, and so I thought I'd get up there and they'd do a first take and I'd be like, "That's good, moving on." Like, that's fantastic. Like, I wouldn't have a fucking opinion or something like that, that's what directing is. It's just a job of opinions. Everyone looks to you as the arbitrary person in charge and says, "What do you think?" And you say, "Well, I think we got it," or "I think we could do it again," or "We can move on," or whatever the fuck. So it's really just an opinion job and shit. So I figured, like, I won't have an opinion because my opinion's always gonna be like, "I love the fucking show," you know. "You're such a super lady." And so I didn't wanna, like, I was afraid while I was going into it, like, fuck, I'm not gonna be effective. I'm gonna be as ineffective a TV director as I am a film director. So going in, I realized day one, first take, man, by the end of the first take, all fear of that went away. Because it's like, as soon as everyone's there and you're committing a shot and putting it on wax, like, you do have an opinion. You can't fucking help it. Like, all of a sudden you're like, "Ooh, that was good, but if we just changed it this much, it would be even fucking cooler. Let's do it one more time." So I did find the director in me. It wasn't just
Would
me.
you like to show up today, Jesse? Do you want to do some work today? How about you be good at this, Jesse Martin?
Yeah. That was
fucking around.
That was the director I approached. I was like, "You know what? Be better, all of you." I did. I found myself being able to be like, "Yeah, that was good. We could try like one more, maybe add this or change this a little bit." And the thing that I love the most, dude, was like all the mysteries solved. Like, when you watch the show, you know, a lot of it is special effects because it's a story about a dude who runs really fucking fast. So whenever he comes into a room or leaves a room, they have a name for that shit. Like, there's a whole process. You have before you even go on set, you have a production meeting, you have this tone meeting with the people down in California via Skype and stuff. They go over every detail of the episode. You meet the prop master, costume people, makeup people. You go over every aspect of the episode for about 5 days before you shoot the episode and stuff. So as we went to, as we're in on the episode or putting it all together and stuff, I was like, you know, the thing I'm looking forward to the most is seeing how you guys do all this shit, like how he comes in the room and they're like, "Oh, you mean zooping?" And I was like, what's that? Like, I had some inside dope. I was like, "What's zooping?" Because I didn't have time to look it up on Google. And they said zooping is the term we came up with on the pilot. The director of the pilot just called it zooping whenever he comes into a room or leaves a room, and it's stuck, and we've called it that ever since. And I was like, "Oh, I can't wait to see how the zoop is done and stuff." So I was on set for how the zoop is done, and might have been my favorite part of the whole episode. When Barry or the Flash, or Barry as the Flash, leaves a room in a hurry, as he does, because that's his fucking power. For those who don't know the show, and by the way, spoilers. When he leaves the room, like, people remaining in the shot are always windblown. So he takes off or zoops out, and everyone left behind is like, and you see the effect of him going really fast. So I was like, I can't wait to see that. And they're like, "Boy, you're gonna be disappointed." And I was like, "Really?" They're like, "Oh yeah." They're like, "It ain't that special." And I was like, "Really?" They're like, "You'll see." So we finally got to zooping maybe like third day in my shoot, and we had a scene where Grant Gustin, who's just fucking amazing, an amazing actor to work with. Grant is playing, oh, he's so fucking good. Like, honestly, we all love him on the show, but I watched the man's process. Like, he's top notch. The motherfucker's gonna win an Oscar one day. He is so fucking legit. He needs no direction, man. I'd watch him fucking do a first take, and I'd be like, "Cut," and I'd go over, because that's your job as a director, man, is to, like, look at the performance, say cut, and then go over and tell him, like, "Do this, change this, blah, blah, blah." So I'd watch his performance and shit, and then he'd do it, finish a take, I'd be like, "Cut," and I'd walk over, and I'd be like, "Fucking thank you," and I'd turn around, and I'd fucking go back to the monitor, because there was nothing to fucking add. So Grant is gonna be zooping in and out of a scene, man. He's a wonderful fucking actor. But what he has to do to zoop it's fucking adorable. He comes in, first day he's wearing the actual suit. Like, I'd shot him as Barry a few times, and, you know, it was fun and great, and he's wonderful to watch. But third day, halfway through the day, he was gonna be wearing the suit. And on the sheet, the fucking sides, it said, the schedule on the sides, it said, Flash cowl down. And that means he's in the suit, but without the fucking mask up and shit. So, I knew it was coming, but I forgot about it. And so we were making the rest of the scenes leading up to it, and then Grant fucked off at one point. We shot something without him, and then all of a sudden Grant came back, and they're like, "Okay, Grant's here. Let's block the next piece." And I turn around, and he's fucking wearing the suit, man. Like there he is wearing the Flash suit, cowl down. I'm not gonna fucking lie, I got moist. I didn't get turgid. I was so beyond getting hard. I got moist, like. It just looked fucking amazing. It looked really cool. The light hits it badass and shit. And plus, it's the suit and the emblem's right there. All of it is fucking cool. And I was weak in the knees. I was like, oh my God, you're doing it and stuff. And so he goes, yeah, soak it in. And
it's soaking.
Yeah, I was like, oh.
I got the vapors.
I had the vapors.
I do declare.
So I go, okay, we're doing, we do the scene, and then at the end, you zoop out. I said, but I don't know how that's accomplished. And so this is more your area of expertise than mine. You're the zooper. And he was like, oh, you're going to love this. I was like, is it complicated? And he goes, oh, no. And I was like, okay. And so what they do is they've got Marc, who's their digital effects guy on set. He's there for every shot and stuff like that. He makes sure that they're lining up with what they've got to add later on when they put in a king shark or whatever the fuck effect, or just make him run real fast and stuff. So Marc's there, and he calls out. He's like, "We're gonna need shoot a plate, and then then we start the shot." I was like, "Okay." And so the idea was Barry was entering the scene dressed in the Flash suit, and so it starts with two characters in the room. Barry's gonna come through the door. And they're in the breach room. So they go, action. And they're like holding for a plate. And so they just shoot the room with nothing there except the two actors in the foreground. And then they're like, okay, Grant, come on in. And Grant just literally fucking walks into the room wearing the suit. And he's just like this, hits the mark. And then they go, okay, action. He goes, all right, what's going on? Swear to you, that's how special the effect is. Now, they heighten it because there's a guy just sitting off camera with this gigantic fucking air gun. And as soon as fucking Grant goes like this, other people around him, they blast them with the fucking air cannon and it makes it look like, holy shit, he's fast. But first time they did it, we had to stop the take because I was like, ah, ha, ha, ha. I was like, are you serious? They're like, that's it. Marc takes it the rest of the way. And Marc, the video guy, the digital effects guy, was like, yeah, we have him already in the computer a zillion different ways as an avatar. We bring him in with the lightning and stuff, and then we just pick him up on the stop. And I was like, you realize that's how I played Flash when I was a kid? Because a fat kid couldn't run fast, but he could stop dramatically, you know what I'm saying? So you'd be like this and be like, what's going on, guy, And everyone else playing Batman and Superman, like, Jesus, Flash, put the fucking Hostess pies down. Old school. So it was a really wonderful experience. I leaned very heavily on a triumvirate of people. I always want to give them credit because I always believe credit where credit's due. Kim Miles, the DP, was fantastic, dude. Anytime that I was like, you know what, man, I just need a simple shot. We start here, we tilt up to there. He'd be like, okay, that's cool. Let's do that. And then a couple seconds later, he'd be like, but we can also add, when it goes up to here, then we roll around here and suddenly come around, dolly over, and then boom, we're back on that shot that you're talking about. And I was like, you can do that? And he looked at me like, don't you make films for a living? And I was like, I know, but I never knew move the dolly or anything like that. Seems too threatening, So he's like, we could totally do that. So, he was wonderful. He coaxed me to keep the camera moving. He's just like, you know what you like about The Flash? He said, you know what you respond to visually aside from the hero story and stuff? There's always movement going on. And then I went back and looked at episodes. I was like, you're right. It's always fucking on the move and stuff. So I trusted a great deal. Bob Crippen, who was our first AD, master, ran the set, knew how to schedule shit. That's the most important part of the job. Because unlike a movie where you have a schedule, but sometimes you can go over and stuff. TV show, you got 8 days. And if you're not done by day 8, they're like, sorry, that's it. Like, they're moving on to the next fucking show and stuff. So he scheduled it perfectly. I mean, I was able to get people out. He scheduled in such a way where he's worked with other directors before, and this is all he does for a living is schedule the show. So he scheduled like accordingly, but he never worked with me before, and I'm like fast, especially like when we're doing The Flash, I want to be as fast as possible, man. Fastest director alive.
Shoot, Kevin, shoot.
Yeah. So we're sitting there, on day 1, and I got everybody out. Like, let me see, it was like the first scene we were doing. And Kim set up a beautiful shot, moving the dolly around, got me so much coverage that all I needed to do was pop in and grab like a moving single for the other guy and stuff. So we did like literally two takes. They were both perfect because both performers were like top notch. 1 take of each. And then I was like, okay, we're moving on. And they were like, what the fuck? And I was like, yeah, do you guys want me to shoot more? And they were like, no, because I'd asked the DP. I was like, I tend to shoot. I'm not a good director. And he goes, I know. And I said, what I do on set is I edit. I'm a pretty good editor. So basically on my sets, I just sit there and collect shots. Like, I got that, I got that, I got that. So, I don't think I could do that here because I'm not going to be editing the show. Somebody else is going to be editing. So I imagine I have to shoot like a fuck ton of coverage that I would never really shoot. And he goes, no, actually it's the opposite. He's like, we try to go for like moving shots and all-in-one shots. We try to compose in camera as much as possible and not just do TV coverage. And I was like, what's TV coverage? And he was like, just like this person's talking, that person's talking. Right. I was like, that's a
close up.
And I was like, that's a fucking Kevin Smith movie, dude. That's what you've just described.
Master close up.
Are you telling me I shoot like a TV director? And he goes, yeah, so this should be great, So I was like, fantastic. And then Lexi, who is the script supervisor, man, she script supervises every episode, so she's the safeguard of the continuity. Like, sometimes they'll have, like, Zach is not a staff writer on Flash, so he wrote something in a scene that didn't jibe with entire Flash continuity. It's nothing big, it was something small about where the records would be located. And so right away, Lexi's like, oh no, she's Canadian. She's like, oh no, the records wouldn't be there. We've been in this show 2 years and the records would not be there. And they're like, where's it gonna be, Lexi? And she's like, in the morgue. And we're like, there's a morgue? She's like, of course, don't you remember this episode? Like, she's a Wikipedia of the fucking show, man. And then I would battle her sometimes because I know the show really well. And we try to do dialogue at each other. She was pretty fucking amazing. So those 3 people were the people I feel directed the show. All I did was sit there, watch every take, and offer my opinion and my enthusiasm, or a suggestion or two. Like, you could do this, you could do this. It was a really great experience. And like by the end of it, by second day, the cast was like, you have to come back. And I was like, why? And they're like, you're easy. I was like, I like that, man. Yeah, I love being easy and shit. So by the end of the 8-day shoot, like, I was hearing that from upstairs too. I got a nice email from Andrew Kreisberg and Greg Berlanti, and they were like, you can come back and direct as many episodes you want next season of any of our shows. Consider this a home and shit. It was really touching, man. Really sweet. So, in honor of the whole thing, I had a new crest designed, which will probably get me fired from Flash. It's the lightning bolt. Like, today I've got on, this is TK420. It looks like Silent Bob, but he's a stormtrooper. But there's the new logo that Jeff Quigley designed for me is the Flash symbol with the lightning bolt in the circle. And at the very bottom, it's lighting a joint. So I'm sure they're like, come back, do the show. And I wear that. They're like, go the fuck away. Fucking kids show, you asshole. Anyway, man, we're over to, I've done enough talking. Let's turn it over to you.
Yeah, what about?
Let's talk about the Flash Supergirl crossover. Did you watch it?
I totally loved it, dude.
Yeah.
It was like watching puppies in a room hug each other a lot and solve crimes. It was so fucking adorable.
It was. Those two kids.
It was like, it made you get cavities. It was that sweet.
Super sweet. Those two kids together, man, like it's just Charm City. And they handled it just exactly right. Like when I first heard about it, when I got to the show, because they'd already shot it, I was like, what happened? Did everybody go? Is Cisco there? And they're like, no, it's just Barry this time. And I was like, this time? What? And they're like, well, we have to go back. And I was like, really? Why? Plot-wise? They're like, you're asking too many questions. That was the cool part about the show, is getting spoiler information about future episodes, because between the episode that had aired and the episode I was directing, there was like 4 episodes that I hadn't seen. So they gave me 2 episodes to watch, and without the special effects done and stuff, so I saw a lot of them doing this shit and whatnot. And that actually made it less intimidating, because I was like, oh, it's like, I can handle this. You shoot this, and they add the effects later on. But they were talking about the crossover in a way that it was the first of many. And they told me something that I'm not going to fucking share because it will ruin the end of the season for you. But it is amazing. Something's happening that will affect Supergirl in such a great way that you think it's like cute puppies and fucking kittens now. You are gonna cry at how beautiful this fucking thing is.
Okay, now am I gonna cry or are you gonna cry? Because you will cry at fucking everything.
It's true. I get very emotional. I'm a middle-aged stoner, so I find everything touching.
The FedEx guy is here. Holy shit, I don't know what to do.
I was gonna cry that this was your first show, but now fuck you.
Yeah, well.
Tell us about that episode, my friend.
There was plot stuff that, whatever, who cares? It is ultimately like watching Barry and Kara, just Kara, hang out. It's so fucking adorable. And they do this really great twist where James Olsen, because he's played by Shaft, has to, like, he and Lucy Lane have broken up because he doesn't want to admit he's in love with Kara, and Kara doesn't want to admit that she's in love with him, and so she's trying to make him jealous, and of course Barry Allen shows up, who's a superhero, and who is charming as Grant Gustin is.
Right.
And you don't care about the Live Wire versus blah, blah, blah.
Silver Banshee, dude. Silver Banshee was on television and not as a cartoon. It was crazy.
Yeah, but I just wanted them two together getting ice cream. That's all I fucking wanted. It is the most adorable thing you've ever seen. And the fact that there's going to be more of them just makes me so happy. Because I think she needs to figure out if he's really the fastest man alive.
Oh, Marc. Why did you make it fucking filthy, man?
Because I'm here in Detroit.
Let us move on from the DC TV universe, jump into the Marvel TV universe. Did everyone watch Daredevil Season 2 yet? Now, how many people have not watched it, are intending to, and don't want it spoiled? Put your hands together real quick. A handful of people with real lives. I put up a tweet after I finished. I watched it all in like a weekend. I was shooting the fucking Flash, directing an episode of the Flash, and I gave up my whole weekend to watch fucking Daredevil. And then when I was done, I was proud of myself. And so, like, nothing happens in life unless you share it with the world. So I went and told Twitter, I was like, I fucking loved it, and these were my favorite things. And immediately got a bunch of fucking fists up my asshole about, like, you piece of shit, some of us don't have the fucking time to watch the whole show. And I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. So I had to take that tweet down and stuff. But I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't seen it yet, but Jesus, it's been out for like 2 fucking weeks. I mean, I know life is important as well, but Daredevil, motherfucker. We'll try to talk about it in non-spoilery terms and whatnot. Okay. Or we'll spoil a bunch of shit as well.
All right.
I mean, honestly, there's really nothing to spoil in as much as y'all know that Elektra's in it, y'all know that Daredevil's in it, of course, and y'all know the Punisher's in it.
And there's ninjas, because there's always ninjas.
There's ninjas like fucking crazy. I remember when I watched season 1 and the first Nobu showed up and had the fucking ninja garb, was like, phew, phew, rocking that fucking hook. I came. Like, just... Because I've been reading those books my whole life, and I was like, are you fucking serious? They didn't even wait till season 2. They're like, here's your first look at the hand, the finger of the hand, if you will, and shit. So I was like fucking beside myself. I love that they had fucking ninjas in this. If for no other reason, and I gotta share this, and it doesn't spoil that much, but there's a fucking scene, and it's toward the end of the season. All right, it's the final episode. There's where Frank Castle is getting Daredevil's back. Like fucking John, first off, John, wasn't that fucking amazing? First off, John Barenthal plays a fantastic Frank Castle, right? Go ahead.
Like, I'm of two minds because I loved him so much. And I've never really liked the Punisher on screen before because he's always, they try and give him morals and evolution and character. And I just wanted to be a storm of death.
Yeah.
Just sweeping in and destroying shit and then sweeping out. What happened? I don't know. Punisher just landed on Nantucket. That's what I want the Punisher to be. So the fact that you get to understand why he is who he is, I was like, I don't want this, but he's so fucking good at it.
Yeah.
He sells it so hard.
He was amazing on Walking Dead when he was Shane. You can't protect him, Rick. That was him. So when I was watching this show, there were many times where he gets into a fight with fucking Matt Murdock Daredevil where you can't protect him, Red. Like, he was fantastic. I thought, look, more than the other cinematic Punishers before him, he had 10 episodes or more to play with, 13 episodes. But when you get to that final episode and Daredevil's on the rooftop surrounded by fucking ninjas and he's got a goal and then he starts heading toward it and you're like, how the fuck is he gonna get out of this? He can't beat up all these fucking guys. And all of a sudden you hear and you start watching him fucking drop and they cut back to fucking Frank on top of the building and he's like, go get him, Red. And you're like, yes, bitch! And Daredevil does a momentary look back because the whole series is like, you crossed the line, you shouldn't kill people. And he sees a ninja drop and he's like, good on you. And he keeps fucking going. Most magical moment of that fucking show, man. I thought he did a great job. I thought the lady who played Elektra was fantastic.
She did a good job too.
Really, really strong. And also they did something with that character. Like, it's Frank Miller's Elektra, and so people have always been...
I mean, not if you ask Frank Miller, but...
Well, not that in the show, but she's originally his creation. He defined her, he's done all the work on her in the past. And so this is the first time, she's been handled by other writers before, but the first time that they've done a really canon piece with somebody else handling Elektra. And they created some backstory for her that previously, heretofore, didn't necessarily exist. I've been reading that book for years, and unless they did it more recently, I don't remember that origin story where she presents him with the guy that killed his dad. Do you remember that at all? Does anybody remember that happening in the comics at all? I thought that was a really nice addition, and it showed how fucking the difference between them. She was so hardcore. She was like a thrill killer to some degree, where she's like, fucking kill him, dude. He's right there and shit. And then, spoilers, she does it. I love that character, that aspect of her character. That was something that they'd never really done in comics, and it makes more sense that she becomes an assassin if she's already kind of leaning toward that mode.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing I wanted from her a little bit more was the sense that when she was with Matt when they were kids, she made him be a worse person. She was that horrible influence that made him steal cars and do crack and whatever. I wanted him
Her crack or crack in general?
All cracks. All of the cracks. I just wanted her to be that horrible influence that he's trying to not dip back into.
Right.
And all we see of their time together was she made him punch a dude, and all he does now is punch dudes, and that's fine.
There was a little at the beginning, though, where she was like, hey, man,
I'm bad for you, Matthew.
and he was like, no.
Matthew, I think I'm bad for you. I know you don't want to do these things, but I'm going to make you do these things, Matthew. I wanted it
Who
to
the
be...
fuck was that? Was that your Elektra
That
impression?
is my Elektra. Thank you very much.
That sounded like Juliette Binoche.
Yeah. Classy French dames. That's what I do, yo.
That didn't bug me. I didn't see that. But fucking, you see everything. You're a good writer. You're a way better writer than me, because I was just like, the Punisher shot people. And you're like, yeah, and there's a story as well.
And I wanted Frank Castle's love advice. I just love that bit in that episode where he's sitting down with Karen Page, like, you gotta hold on to him. You gotta love that. You gotta dig in. Just love him. Why don't you love him? Aww. Love line with the Punisher is my favorite thing.
What I dug is again, spoilers for those that, if you don't want to listen, just cover your ears. When the Punisher goes to prison, that breakout scene is fucking phenomenal. Like, just a work of art. Followed up by a tremendous scene with, again, spoilers, and there'll be lots of spoilers. They brought back Wilson Fisk for a wonderful 2-episode arc. And he was spellbindingly good. You got to find out the backstory, the between story, what happened at the end of Daredevil Season 1 to the present with Daredevil Season 2 with Wilson Fisk. That was tight, and I loved their fucking fight together, Punisher and Wilson Fisk. It was crazy, man. Like, the more you watch the show, you're like, holy shit. It's Daredevil versus Punisher. Then it's Daredevil and Elektra versus the Hand. Then it's Daredevil and Punisher versus the Hand. Then it's Wilson Fisk versus the Punisher. Then it's the Punisher versus a fuck ton of people in jail. Like, it was a fighty season. Everybody was fucking fighting like crazy. And you realize, oh, that's why they released it like 1 week before Batman v Superman.
You think so?
Yeah. Oh, it felt
Maybe.
personal.
Kicking the balls.
It really did. It felt like Marvel going, oh, you waiting to watch superheroes fight? Here's a bunch of them. Watch it on your fucking phone. And then, fucking, just in case there were a few people maybe interested in seeing fucking Batman v Superman, they're like, oh, you know what's gonna happen 2 months from now? Fucking Spider-Man with openy eyes. They won't let fucking DC rest, but DC fucking had the last laugh. Huge fucking weekend. Right now, Batman v Superman stands at $530 million box office gross. We'll get to that a little bit, man. But first, we're going to jump into a bunch of comic movie news here that we lined up. Tell them about Tom Hardy.
Do you like the Tom Hardy?
I love Tom Hardy.
And do you know the Vertigo comic 100 Bullets? Anyone? Bueller? Tom Hardy is going to be playing Agent Graves in the New Line cinema adaptation of 100 Bullets.
Holy shit.
Yeah, they're not fucking around.
Who is doing? So did you say who's doing it?
New Line, because apparently back in June there was a bit of a reorganization in Warner Brothers where New Line took ownership of all the Vertigo titles, and big Warner Brothers gets to keep big DC titles.
So wait, would New Line have Sandman as well?
New Line does have Sandman. Yeah.
Wow. So that would mean New Line has Swamp Thing too.
Uh-huh.
Because technically, I don't know if they consider him DC Universe anymore. When I was working on the Batman Widening Gyre series, we wanted to put Swamp Thing in it, but they're like, no, he's Vertigo, and we don't cross those over anymore. So I wonder if he's considered Vertigo still. They could totally make Swamp Thing now, dude.
Oh, for sure.
An amazing movie with special effects. And that character would play, like, you know, when they did the old Swamp Thing, Wes Craven directed one, the sequel to it, Return of the Swamp Thing, borrowed heavily from the Alan Moore run of the Swamp Thing. And, you know, it was weird because it was a schlocky movie that had really lofty ideas in it at the same time. But the audience is ready for it now. You could totally pull off Alec Holland and Swamp Thing in this day and age.
Oh,
I
totally.
want them to do it so badly.
I mean, part of me wanted a 100 Bullets series more than I want a movie.
Right.
Because it's built for serial storytelling. It's a briefcase with 100 bullets, and each bullet is a story. And 5 seasons later, you've got your 100 bullets.
That's true, man. So you can like literally just do we're guaranteed 100 episodes.
Yeah.
And when he runs out of bullets, the fucking 200 bullets starts. But they're just doing it as a one-shot flick.
Yeah, I think so.
Which do you think, who does 100 Bullets? Azarello, right?
Yeah.
Which do you think Azarello would want more, TV show or movie? This movie is sexy, but the TV show is practical and gets you longer story arcs.
Yeah, and also you get paid better in TV.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
So right now he's just
Because that motherfucker will have his name on every episode of that show, and he gets paid every time his name is on an episode of that show.
You know a lot about TV, man.
Yeah.
You worked in TV. What did you work on?
I did. I was a staff writer on a show called Alphas on the Sci-Fi Channel.
This is the right room to fucking plug that shit, man.
And
You'd
then-
say that anyplace else, they'd be like, what the fuck was that?
What's an alpha? Bullshit. And then when I got out of, I was my sophomore year of college. I had an internship at Paramount, and I worked on the first season of Deep Space Nine.
Holy fuck, really?
Yeah.
What was that like?
It was kind of amazing. I got to sit in Captain Kirk's chair. So somebody
You just
lost their
made some
fucking
lady
mind.
come in the back.
You just lost your damn mind.
Just with an idea.
Because when
You
I
did
got
the
there,
actual chair.
when I got there, I was like 20 years old, and they were shooting Next Generation on one set of stages and Deep Space Nine on another set of stages. And my whole I like, listen, I want to sit in Captain Picard's chair. Can I do that? It's all I want. I want to sit in the fucking chair. I want to swivel. I want to just do the thing in the chair.
You just want to be like, I want to kiss you all over.
And they were like, well, we'll see what happens. This was an internship, so it was like 2 months over the summer before I was going back to school. And they said, well, we'll see how it goes. Patrick is very possessive of his chair. He feels like he's very Shakespearean about it. It's his throne. It's a seat of power. It is where he derives all of his command. And
Get the fuck out of here, really?
For serious, for sure.
I kind of respect that, man.
I mean,
Where he's like, fuck you, I'm a goalie and I'm claiming my crease. Like, this is my chair.
So I was like on the line for a couple of months, and it was my last week, and they said, no, I'm sorry, Patrick won't allow anybody else to sit in the chair. And they walked me like sheepishly off the set. And in the corner, they had this other set that was under wraps. It was the episode where Scotty comes back to the Enterprise. They crack him out of some transporter malfunction, and it's James Doohan. And he's all homesick for the original Enterprise, so he goes to the holodeck and he asks him to build him the Enterprise, NCC 1701. No bloody A, no bloody B, no, like the original fucking TV show bridge. And so they had that set just under mothballs. And there's fucking Captain Kirk's chair in the corner. Nobody's in. I like dropped my pants, like sat on the chair, just like leaving fucking stink all up in it. Like security has to separate me from the chair.
This man is suctioned to the seat.
No, it's mine.
This is the days of pre-selfie, so you couldn't even fucking
Yeah, I
memorialize
mean,
it.
I guess I could have had a fucking Instamatic or something and just
Polaroid shit. How weird that you have to remember that as opposed to look at it and shit.
I know. What happens when I lose my mind?
Mark, do you remember being on the bridge of the Enterprise?
You're crazy. Medical robot, that couldn't have happened.
How long were you on? How long were you there with Deep Space?
I was there for the summer of '92. Yeah.
And did you see writing going on? Did you watch writers?
Yeah, I was in the writers' room.
Just looking at them and shit? Like, stop looking at us.
Every now and again I would be like, what if they played hopscotch? And they're like, this bullshit. Like, I know, but I don't know what else to do. Could they fight some more? No, this is a thinky show. But if they punch more... Needless to say, I wasn't hired on the staff of Star Trek. What if there's a car chase? Could there be a car chase? Star Trek, you fucking idiot.
Well, the new Star Trek has a motorcycle chase in it, so you were halfway there, dude.
so
you were
close.
ahead of your time. You were like the Justin Lin of the fucking 90s.
I was like a proto JJ.
Is that who's directing? Is it Justin Lin?
Yeah. We won't talk about this. Should we talk about this?
Why? Yeah, why?
Because you fucking cover Idris Elba in makeup. Who does that?
Is that what he did? Is Idris Elba wearing alien makeup?
Like he's in that trailer, the one that feels like it's a Fast and Furious movie, and you're like, I think Idris Elba's in this movie. Where is he? I don't know. They covered up the most handsome man on the face of the planet with makeup.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think he was into that? He was just like, cover it up. They'll know.
Fuck, I don't care.
All right, man. Hold on. We're gonna jump to something else. More news here.
More news. What else we got?
J-Law, Jennifer Lawrence. First, she was saying last year, she's like, this X-Men movie is my last X-Men movie.
Yeah, like I'm done.
I'm an X-woman. Like she wanted out. She
The
changed her
X-woman.
mind. Now she's saying like, I want to be in every X movie ever. And people misunderstood that. But but it sounds like she wants to stick around as Mystique.
I feel like it's a thing where the Hunger Games is over, you know, and she's like, hey, so mama's got to get paid a lot. And these Oscar movies, like the lady where I played a mop, like I didn't make any money on that one. So I'll get blue. Could we do like 40% less blue and I'll make 30% more of these movies?
That's true. I hadn't thought about that.
She's in the
losing
trailer.
The franchise.
Yeah, in the trailer though, she's like barely Mystique. It's
That's
almost
right.
entirely like pretty blonde Jennifer.
So she's got the RDJ and Iron Man 3 thing where he's like, do I have to wear the fucking suit?
No.
And they're like, it's called Iron Man.
It's like, well, no. Can we call it Rockford Files? Because I just want to solve crimes in the hinterland with a kid.
I thought about him when I was watching Batman v Superman. I thought about Robert Downey Jr. because I thought about, fuck, man, Tony Stark is the role to have because you get to be Charm City. Like, they can make a movie where Iron Man takes his fucking suit off for like over half the movie. And it's just Robert Downey Jr. walking around going, I'm Iron Man, and making jokes. And it's always charming. Like, it's fun to watch. Like, you know, the jokes are like, who knows what the hit count ratio is, but like he's firing enough shit out there where you're like, I'm bemused. And I'm not saying like everything has to have jokes, but he's entertaining, he's charismatic. So when Ben got to play Bruce Wayne in Batman, you don't get to be that guy. Like when he first got the role, I was like, man, he's gonna be like the RDJ, the Robert Downey Jr. of the DC universe. But the role of Bruce Wayne in Batman doesn't lend itself to like, hey, how you doing? Hey, goop, you know, shit like that.
But it could though, because part of his whole cover is supposed to be like billionaire playboy.
And they had a moment of that in Batman v Superman, which I fucking loved when he goes downstairs and he's trying to case the information in Lex's data vault. And Mercy comes down and she's like, Mr. Wayne, are you lost or whatever? He's like, I was looking for the bathroom, one drink too many. And then he fucking threw on, I know this wasn't in the script, this is total Affleck ad lib, I could smell this, man. He goes, those are nice shoes. And based on that, you're right.
Your mother for me.
Yes. Based on that, you're right. He can be funny in those moments, but the part calls for you to constantly be like, I'm really sad, Alfred. It's not...
My parents are still dead, Alfred.
Totally. But I mean, and some people have been hitting me online going, why does it have to be funny? Why can't it be fucking serious? I'm like, you're absolutely right. I'm not saying it has to be funny. But I realize now that like that Iron Man role, like fucking what a gift. And he's great at it. And he made that series. Without him playing Iron Man, I don't know if we get to the rest of the Marvel Universe, but what a mutually beneficial relationship. They need RDJ because he is the spine of the Marvel Universe. And Robert Downey Jr. just gets to do the Robert Downey Jr. show, man. Like, just gets to be charming as fuck.
In that first movie, nothing happens in the middle of it other than a dude in his garage building a suit. There's no bad guy, there's no antagonist, there's no conflict. It's, hey, suit.
But way more charming than that.
Well, not yet. I'm getting there.
Speaking of Ben, they just, his agent over at WME, Patrick Weitzel.
Yeah, there was a piece in the Hollywood Reporter where they were talking about the success of Batman v Superman, blah, 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 $500 million. But they mentioned that he wrote his standalone Batman movie. He'd been threatening to want to make one, but his script is done.
Patrick Weitzel is his agent. He's the one that talked about it. Patrick Weitzel used to hate my guts so much. Because I was always the guy that was like, Ben, come make a movie for free. And Weitzel's like, fuck no!
I just got those teeth done for Pearl Harbor. I'm not wasting them on you. And yeah, you can see, if you see like pre-Pearl Harbor and post-Pearl Harbor, them shits is tight.
Yeah. Look at it. Chasing Amy, I think, was the last time. He was either Chasing Amy or Going All the Way. Was
the British teeth? Like those just...
He's been working on a solo script with Geoff Johns as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they didn't say whether or not this is still that thing.
Yeah.
But
last conversation I had with Geoff Johns, I was like, are you working on it? He's like, yeah. I said, what's it like, man? How do you co-write with somebody? And he's going, we just break it up, and he takes halves, and I take halves, and then we write, and then we switch the material, and he goes over mine, I go over his. That sounded so fucking fun, man. I was like, that's really fucking sweet. So those two dudes together, and this movie, remember, Batman v Superman's been done for a while. It's just out for us now, but they've been working on it. Like they finished shooting fucking long time ago. So he's had plenty of time to write the script, and I guarantee you, man, that movie will be phenomenal, like through the roof phenomenal. Because A, this is the guy that made Gone Baby Gone, The Town, and fucking Argo. Mm-hmm. B, he's now fucking lived through like all those reviews of Batman v Superman, and
sad fleck. It was my favorite fucking thing.
Sad fleck, man. Like everyone was like, "How sad?" I was like, "Don't fucking cry for him. Like the fucking movie's making huge bank. He's laughing. Trust me."
On the inside, because on the outside, he was fucking miserable. Listening to the sounds of silence.
He must really hate that song now. Oh God. But this is a dude, man, who like he's a self-correcting animal. He'll look at all that feedback and incorporate it into what he's going to do. And like, I'm not going to do this, or I'm going to make sure they like this, and blah, blah, blah. Because that's what the sad Affleck thing looked like to me. It was like, oh man, like I've just come off of 3 movies where I was getting like huge critical praise. I'm out of the fucking stupid Kevin Smith part of my career where I got to look at the Rotten Tomato, and like now I've been certified fresh over and over again, and now I'm back in Kev Smith country, you know, and shit like that.
And that's a conversation with the Oscar that he has standing on the shelf, right?
What should I do, Oscar? But I don't.
Well,
I think for sure, man. The fact that the dude read every piece of review probably, or if eventually, or heard some stuff, he'll incorporate that. Like most actors and actresses are very self-correcting beasts. Like if you take them to a monitor and show them their performance,
you don't even have to fucking tell them what to do because nobody wants to come across better than an actor or an actress. So that's how I direct, man. I bring them the monitor, I shoot a take, I bring them the monitor, I'm like, look what you did. And we play it back for him. And then as the editor, I sit there going, that line's in, that line's in, that line's in. We should probably get that line again, this line's in. And then what do you want to do? And then they're looking at the whole thing and they instantly cognize like, ooh, these 8 things will make me look better in the scene. So that carries over to the work. That's why directors are really good, actors are really good directors. Actors and actresses who make the leap from one side to the other. Affleck sat behind how many fucking directors in his career before he went and said, all right, I'm gonna try directing now. When he did, he was a fucking ninja. He's also a screenwriter. Man has, as we pointed out, an Oscar for screenwriting and stuff. So I guarantee you he read everything. And again, I don't know, I didn't talk to the dude or anything, but knowing him as I knew him back in the day, he's a smart fucking cookie. He read everything and he's like, okay, these are all the pitfalls that my script's not gonna fall into. So based on that, like, it's a little early out and I'm sure fucking, I always have to be careful what I say on a podcast because the internet is like, Smith's lost his mind. But I submitted for your approval. The man has won an Oscar for writing a screenplay. He's also the kind of guy that likes to set Herculean tasks for himself. He's also the guy that made 3 movies that had huge Oscar buzz and one that won a fucking Oscar. Is it possible that he writes and directs an Academy Award nominated, if not winning, Batman film?
It's possible. It's totally possible. We've had one of those before.
I mean, he's been in that country before, and who more than him right now? Like, because in even the worst of the reviews, he got off, like, people were like, hey, he's good. Yeah. He's the great part of the movie. He's the fun part of the movie. This is the element you like. So that, knowing the dude as it did back then, I just see that guy going like, you know what? Like, now I see the challenge, and the challenge is to, like, take that to that level where everybody's like, holy shit. And Chris Nolan got there a couple times and stuff, but I think that will be going on in the back of his mind.
Do you think Zack Snyder is a self-correcting beast?
Yes. Yes, and I saw an interview with him and Deborah Snyder's wife, and they were saying, like, Justice League is not going to be as dark, which seems to be in reaction to everybody being like, hey, this movie's awfully dark or something like that. So it looks like they're going, well, I mean, we've already heard the Suicide Squad news.
Right.
Which was what?
Right, that Warner Brothers is now going back to do reshoots on Suicide Squad to make it funnier and lighter.
Now,
hey, look, I'm not doing it. They're doing it.
That is a report on the internet, unsubstantiated, come from one place, but everybody loved that story.
It is sort of a well-sourced rumor.
But if true,
yeah.
And also, like, it predates it. It's not like they saw what happened this weekend and were like, we need to reshoot. Apparently, this has been going on for a little bit.
Right, I mean, because we talked about it when Deadpool came out, that we said, like, I wouldn't be surprised if Warner Brothers decides that, we need to sort of go back in here and judge the tone.
And they said they're not going to just, like, add jokes, but they're going to, like...
Yeah, it's like an expensive reshoot. They're going to spend tens of millions of dollars to, like, gather the cast back and rebuild the sets and do some shit.
To make it lighter in places, just not overall, like, they're not turning it into a fucking comedy.
No, I don't think so.
But they just want to, like, let's put some levity in it. I don't know, that second trailer had a lot of, like, both trailers had humor to them, but the second trailer made it seem like, right on, this is going to be a fun
But apparently all of the jokes that were in the movie were in the second trailer.
Really?
Yeah. That's everything. Those 90 seconds of funny is all that the movie had.
That was true of Batman v Superman, the moment in the trailer when he's like, she with you? I thought she was with you. That was the joke. the whole joke, like, they were like, Zach, can we put one in? He's like, all right, just one, and that went in. And they put it in the trailer. There were other funny things in the movie, but that was the big fucking joke moment and stuff. So what do you think, good or bad thing? Where do you stand on this? The idea of going back, doing more shoot. I mean, movies reshoot all the time and shoot more, have more footage. Smart thing to do. It's not a dumb thing to do. It's not going like, we've failed. It's them going, we're going to gild this fucking lily so it's bulletproof and makes as much money as Batman v Superman.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with it as long as David Ayer is on board with it. Like, if he's the one who figures out a way to sort of even the tone a little bit, then I'm cool. If it's Warner Brothers brass who, like, take the movie away from him and say, here's what we're going to do. We're going to make this, like, 20% funnier with these 15 jokes that these 9 comedians came up with in a room. Which is absolutely the way they do that.
That's how it happens?
Yeah, especially with animated movies. They will absolutely get like a round table full of comedians who will go in and say, all right, listen, we need a joke for this fish to say, but it's already been animated. So the fish has got to say it off screen, shouting to another character who we're only not going to see the reaction to, but it needs to be like 13% funnier here.
Have you been in that room?
I haven't, but I've heard Patton Oswalt talk about it, that he's been in those rooms.
Really? That'd be a fucking fun room to be in, man. Because you could just yell out shit. You know, him and Robin make out. Like, and they're like, no. I was like, I know. I was just fucking around. So look, I'm pre-sold on all these movies. They got my money and shit like that. So I'm definitely still going to see Suicide Squad, big bad way. The thought of them doing some additional footage or whatever, that doesn't ring to me as like, oh my God, we're fucking in trouble. Warner Brothers does that. Warner Brothers has a process by which they make films, and they're not the people that are like, well, we didn't fucking get that the first time around, so oh well, we're fucked forever. They're like, no, let's just go reshoot and pick that up because that'll make the movie stronger. They did it on Cop Out as well. When we were done with the Cop Out cut, we had a test screening, and after the test screening, they were like, there's 3 scenes that could be about 20% funnier. Would you mind going back? And I was like, with him? And they're like, you're gonna have to. And I was like, okay. And the Cullen brothers who wrote the screenplay came out with like 3 or 4 more scenes, and we went back to New York in December, right before Christmas, and we shot some new scenes and stuff. And it wasn't like, boy, if we don't shoot these scenes, the movie's fucked. But Jeff Robinoff, who was in charge of the studio at the time, was just like, we got time, the movie's not coming out till February. He's going, if you want, like, the Cullen brothers wrote some funny scenes, like, why not? And I was like, fuck, yeah, let's go back. And he was on, to be fair, he was on his best behavior that week that we shot. Bruce. He was the Bruce that I was kind of hoping I was going to be working with through most of the show. So it all worked out and stuff. So that's what they do. Warner Brothers will do that. Like, they'll do stuff like, it's, when I took the job on Cop Out, I was like, I need to be the editor. And they're like, well, you don't really do that. The director's never the editor on a Warner Brothers movie. And I was like, yeah, but that's the only way my process works. And especially if I'm not writing this, I really gotta feel like I'm part of the process, and I only shoot what I edit and blah, blah, blah. And they're like, okay, you can edit the movie, but we reserve the right to bring on an editor after you're done. And I was like, oh yeah, totally, go ahead. But in the back of my mind, it's like, I'm gonna impress these fools so much. They'll never bring another editor behind me because I'm a really good editor and shit. And I did my cut and fucking they loved it. And they were like, this is great, this is it, this is your final cut? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, this is fantastic. They're like, we're just gonna let the editor take a crack at it. And I was like, what, really? And they're like, yeah, you said it would be no problem early on. You said we could have an editor go over it. And I was like, yeah, but it's pretty good, right? And they're like, yeah, but we have a lot of editors on retainer here, and we do that for a reason. We pay them and be able to show them our movies so they can come in and make the movies tighter, better, funnier, whatever. And I was like, all right. And I said, but it feels a little weird. It's gonna feel like watching somebody fuck my wife, I think. And he was
lighter, funnier, tighter.
Yeah. Funnier. You're not making enough jokes. Come on. Say some shit about Star Wars, then come. But I was like, who is it? Who's the editor gonna be? And they're like, Steve Mirioni. And Steve Mirioni is like Academy Award winning, like one of the best editors working in the business. So suddenly I was like, ooh, I'd like to see what he would do with the movie. And like he came in and worked on it, and for the first day he was like, yeah, he's going, they do this, don't feel weird, man. They just like to hedge all their bets and cover their bets and stuff like that. And he was like, I wouldn't be surprised if you guys reshot. And I was like, reshot? The movie's perfect. And he was like, well, let's not go nuts. He's going, but that's what Warner Brothers is. That's part of their process. If they're gonna spend money, they're gonna keep spending money until they feel it's done. So could be that, could be part of like them being like, look, we love this movie, but we feel like we can inject just a little more into it. So here's some fucking loot, make it rain, go out and have some more fun.
But it's definitely, I think, the halo of Deadpool. It's a bit of the Deadpool effect. But
it seems like a bit of Deadpool effect and Batman v Superman effect together, where it's just like, look, let's lighten the tone up a little bit.
And there was an interview the LA Times did with James Wan, really brief one. He was talking about the tone that he wants for Aquaman, and all he would say was swashbuckling.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Which I feel
but doesn't that sound fucking fun? Like right off the way, you're like, I'd like to swashbuckle. Like, that sounds fun.
Yeah, I mean, way different than our 30-second introduction to Aquaman in Batman v Superman.
He's very stabby.
Yeah, it's very Revlon hairy, stabby.
Yeah, he's just, gee, your hair smells terrific.
Look at the bounce.
And then fucking he hits you with the fucking magic fork and shit. I like to hear that. I mean, swashbuckling sounds like Pirates of the Caribbean. You don't think they're going for that, do you?
Maybe. Maybe a little Mask of Zorro. Maybe.
Mask of Zorro is a good fucking pull.
It is one of my favorite fucking movies.
Yeah.
Have you guys you've seen, right? If you haven't, rent it. Rent it over the weekend because it is this perfect little Swiss watch of popcorn entertainment.
Yeah.
It is so great.
Martin Campbell directed,
Yeah.
right? He also did
Antonio.
All right, man. We've stayed away from it long enough. Let's go to it, man. You and me talk about Batman v Superman.
All right.
We both did reviews for it separately of one another. What did you say about it?
I said that I was pleasantly surprised by it. I liked it more than I thought I would because I expected it to be a steaming dumpster fire. And it kind of wasn't. That also doesn't mean that I thought it was good. Like there's just, and I've had a bunch of people on Twitter try and explain to me exactly what Lex Luthor's plan was, and I do not know what it is. I do not know how what he does gets him what he wants. I know why he does it, because he's crazy and wants power, but I don't quite understand how urine on a senator's desk is supposed to get him anything.
Anything but erect.
Yeah, like that's his jam, clearly. He's into
That was
showers,
weird.
and
I talked about it in my online review. I was like, I'd never thought that DC would beat Marvel to having piss in one of their movies. I always thought Marvel would have piss first because there's like a Punisher hardcover from years ago called Punisher Intruder. And at one point he's captured, and to torture him, to make him give up information, they put a bag of piss over his head and hold it closed. And I've read that 25 years ago. It scarred me so much so that still to this day I'm like, man, you don't ever want to get a bag of piss on your head. Happened to the Punisher, man. So for some reason, I thought it would appear in the Marvel Universe first, but we saw a big jar of piss in Batman v Superman. However, somebody corrected me online and said, Iron Man 2, Tony pisses his suit. He says it, we don't see it.
I've forgotten most of Iron Man 2.
I like Iron Man 2. A lot of
You
people
like
don't.
everything with the bird? With fucking Mickey Rourke.
Oh, he's like, get to be my bird.
Where's my bird? What are you doing?
That seemed a little ad-lib. That seemed like Mickey Rourke was like, I want to do some bird jokes. And like, anything you want, Mickey, go ahead. What else? What else?
I thought that Ben was actually really good.
Ben was
I was super
fantastic.
surprised by how good he was at that. And I am fucking here for Wonder Woman. Like, I am 100% on board. Because at first I was a little like, well, Gal Gadot, she's like a model and she's thin and a little kind of like, eh. The line I used in my review was, I feel like my penis should be afraid of Wonder Woman. And my penis wasn't afraid of Gal Gadot. But when I saw, like, when she fucking smiles as Doomsday, like, that's the fucking
That's the moment right there.
That's the moment where you're like,
all of her warrior shit looked good and looked great even. But that moment where she gets fucking thrown back by him, hits the rock, and then fucking shakes it off and like literally fucking grins at him. I was like, that's fucking amazing. That's fantastic. And the other moment she had was when Superman's like, you know, it's something not of this earth or something not of this world. And she goes, I've killed things from other worlds before. And I was like, yes, bitch. She's talking about Hades and fucking all the Greek gods and shit. Like, it's opening the door for that. And so we know, based on Batman v Superman, the photo dated 1918 and stuff, that one, and also there have been pictures online of World War over. It's World War I that they're doing. Yeah. And I was like, World War I, why would you do that, man? You got fucking Hitler in World War II. Then you could have Wonder Woman beating the shit out of fucking Hitler. And they're like, what are we going to do for the sequel, motherfucker? That. Like, but I think that, I'm guessing, I have no idea, but I'm guessing that the World War I story, it's got to, if it's Wonder Woman, it's got to include Ares. Like, it might have Ares as the god of war starting World War I. And if that's the fucking case, dude, like, pwang, pwang, I'm going to make it rain. Like, that's fucking nuts. We're going to see Ares. And we saw in a cut scene from Batman v Superman, which they just posted this week, Warner Brothers put it up on Monday, a cut scene of Lex Luthor getting arrested inside the Kryptonian ship, and he was in a big fucking vat of Palm Wonderful or something like that. And he's looking at one of those Kryptonian nail art representations that you saw in Man of Steel so much, of clearly a new god holding mother boxes. Now, a lot of us speculated that it was Steppenwolf. However, today online, somebody said it's confirmed that it's Yuga Khan, the father of Darkseid. Have you heard anything about that?
No, but I'll buy it.
I'll take either, to be honest with
I will
you.
take any explanation for what the fuck he was after. And if because people are like, oh no, he's a lackey of Darkseid. I'm like, does anybody ever say the word Darkseid in this movie?
No.
No. So I can put it together. You can put it together. My 11-year-old son has no idea what the fuck is going on. He's like, why is he doing this? What's a Darkseid? Who's a Doomsday? What? Why doesn't this movie tell me what I should be watching?
Why does this guy sound like the Riddler? It was. Go ahead.
And I do not quite appreciate the desire to make Batman kill with wanton glee and abandon. He's just straight up shooting people.
I've seen a lot of people defend it online and be like, he has to go to the edge because because what happens at the end of the movie with Superman brings his humanity out. I did an episode of Hollywood Babylon where I'd seen the movie once and I talked about it and I expressed that I liked it, but I brought up all the problems I had with it. It's a comedy show, so we were having a good time with it. Then I recorded a review after I saw the movie with Jason Mewes. He took me to see it. He hadn't seen it yet, so I got to see it a second time, saw it with him, and I talk about it in my online review. It's a completely different experience. I enjoyed it much more. And the moment where it crystallized, where I was like, oh, I understand. Because I was like, this movie's got no heart and shit. And I said, the heart was in the viewer because I sat there with Mewes watching the fucking movie, and there's that nightmare sequence. And, they do that wonderful, 360 shot. And then all of a sudden, you see winged creatures come in, and you saw them online, and since you saw the big Omega on the ground, you're pretty sure they were fucking parademons and shit. But in that scene, when they finally come to arrest on Batman, he's being held right before they knock him out and shit, you see a fucking parademon walk up behind him. You don't even see it first. You see wings and your gun. You're like, is it a parademon? And then they tilt up just quick enough to see the fucking goggles. And then, boom, it cuts to black as they knock Batman out. In that exact moment, two grown men, him 40, me 45, turned to each other and went, parademons. In a reverent fucking whisper, man, almost with a tear rolling. And that's what did it for me. That was the thing that pushed me over on the second viewing. I was like, you know what? Sometimes it's just enough to be like, oh my God, we're seeing a movie with parademons. Not everyone is like, I'm fucking concerned about Lex Luthor's fucking motivations and why Batman's more stabby this time around and shit. Some people are just happy to fucking see a parademon show up. Jason Mewes, man, was just like, I was like, what'd you think of the movie? Was it long? He goes, there was a parademon in it. That's what he fucking, that's it. Everything else is like, who quibble? Why would you quibble? It's got fucking everything I've ever wanted to see. So I've gotten a lot of reactions online from people because a lot of the websites ran stories that were like, Kevin Smith fucking hates Batman v Superman. And so all the DC fanboys came out and were like, you fucking don't know comics and shit. Like, you made Batman piss his pants once and shit like that. So
because of the Punisher, right? The Punisher.
Because of that, because I was like, I saw Intruder and that was cool. So there was a lot of fucking bile online, and I thought I would just share just a smattering, just a fucking touch.
A dramatic reading of hate tweets?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if I'll dramatically read it, but let me see. I had Jordan send me a few of them, and I'm sharing these not to bury Caesar, but to praise him. This is more about passion. Listen to the fucking passion. This is from a fella named G Funk, House of Geekery. Kevin Smith, director of Cop Out and Yoga Hosers, wants to criticize Batman v Superman. I guess he is an expert at terrible filmmaking. Ooh. Are you kidding me? I'll take that.
Yeah, that taketh and giveth all at the same time.
I can't even argue with that, And it's kind of tame. It's not fucking, fuck you, you piece of shit. And then you get to those. Here's one here. Let me see. Batman, Kevin's comments. I said, Batman is never like, if there's a 1% chance shit can go wrong, let's fucking stab people. And this guy writes, I'm like, yes, because Batman only fights crime when the crime rates in Gotham are down. Maybe he should smoke less weed. Me.
Oh, you. Not Batman.
Maybe I don't know, Batman needs to smoke more weed. Maybe Kevin Smith should smoke less weed and stop hanging around that douche LA shock jock radio station idiot, Ralph Garman.
I'm just glad that wasn't me.
I know. Who craps on anything non-Batman 66. So right then and there, it's just like,
wow, that's a lot to get into a tweet.
That was a Facebook
That's
post.
a lot of hate.
Why has this doofus been anointed the last word on all things comic book related? He's no more authority than a stranger on a bus. These are the most adorable insults I've ever received, man. So, I told Jordan, I was like, you gotta pull fucking some more hardcore shit, man. I gotta see some of the hate, dude. And she's like, okay.
Oh, we got that.
She sends me this. Frankie1001 on Twitter. He's the last person anyone should listen to for anything. Which kind of sounds like my mom. This guy, Ahmed Hussein, wrote, I still hate Kevin Smith, and I believe he sucks at everything. People have been putting up pictures of me and Ben together, and this one reads, Kevin Smith savages his own pal, Ben Affleck's Batman v Superman. And I didn't savage it. Like, I literally always said, like, I like it, here's my issues with it. But fucking, they told me I savaged it, man. This is something I gotta share with you, though. It's one thing for people to hate on you. It's another thing. Now it's become a conspiracy theory. This one I read, and I was like, holy fucking shit. So I had essentially two views of the movie. One where I liked it with a lot of reservations, and one where I liked it with a lot less reservations and just surrendered to the fucking joy. So one was a review on Hollywood Babylon, one went up on the Fat Man on Batman show on the YouTube channel. This website called thedailysuperhero.com has created a conspiracy theory out of my second opinion. Now, let me share it with you. This stinks of something fishy going on. Someone high up at Warner Brothers or DC Entertainment had to have called writer-director Kevin Smith, as he initially said Batman v Superman had no heart, but now he said he found its heart in the second viewing. Sure, you can have a change of opinion when it comes to seeing a movie a second time, but the reason for Smith's 180 turnaround on his initial thoughts was to reference how he found heart in the eyes of his friend Jason Mewes. And so I told that story about watching it with Jason and stuff like that. And I finished with, it was a beautiful moment shared by two lifelong fanboys who were delighted to see their childhood flash before their eyes. The article starts again. His reasoning here needs to be called out. Suddenly finding the heart of a movie within the eyes of someone else is a weak attempt at backpedaling. A kind gesture for sure, but that does not wipe away a first impression, which was to tear into Batman v Superman, which I technically didn't do. Is it possible to like a movie more the second or third time seeing it? Of course, but apparently not for me. No. He's setting me up, because when I read that, I was like, okay, I'm gonna be okay. But
we're done.
Then the but happens. But in most instances, you'll have valid reasoning for changing your mind, not change your tune based on someone sitting next to you who apparently liked it more than you did. If that's the case, then your seat next to someone who liked watching a movie while you didn't enjoy it would change your mind every time you sat in a theater seat. So his logic is 2 and 2 makes an apple blowjob. Like, that makes no fucking sense. He's like, you sit next to somebody, they'll change your mind. Mine was a very specific story about sitting next to my childhood friend of 25 fucking years and finding something endearing. But this guy's like trying to diminish it right to like, he'll sit next to anyone, they'll change his mind. As if I'm the dude in a fucking glory hole tapping on the floor under the stall. He called me a sellout as well. On the surface, this looks like some damage control, since Smith has worked with Warner Brothers and DC Entertainment through the years in comics, television, and he most recently hosted the CW's Dawn of Justice League 30-minute TV special previewing DC's upcoming films. After helping to drive the hype train for Batman v Superman since his friend Ben Affleck was cast as Bruce Wayne, someone at this is where the conspiracy theory kicks in. Someone at an executive level must have been upset with Smith's initial review, and now we get some perceived backpedaling.
It really is the most flattering letter I've ever heard, because they think that Warner Brothers thinks you're so fucking important to the box office of this movie that they have to call you to fix the public perception of it. Not that it already made $500 million worldwide. They gotta get you on board or everything falls to shit.
This poor little boy has no idea how the real world works. You're exactly fucking right, Marc, but
But it's very sweet. Like, I would frame that shit. Like, look, this guy thinks that I'm the king of the world.
This is on the level of, yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus. The innocence on display here. He closed thusly. It's sad when you see one of the top personalities and supporters of comic books throughout the years be potentially compromised by the influence of higher ups. If you're gonna change your opinion, do it in a way that makes sense and has valid reasoning. What he left off was, to me, because I don't understand.
Yeah.
This fucking dude, man, honestly thinks that I have enough juice where Warner Brothers is like, you better shut the fuck up. Or we ain't letting you near any of the toys ever again.
There's a red phone that just goes to your house. It's like, get the Smith phone.
Oh my God, dude. Now, you're an editor. Marc is, in his day job, you're an editor at a newspaper.
Indeed.
The LA Times.
Yes.
Now, granted, you don't fucking read it.
You can't even get
This is about the freep, motherfuckers. But as an old-timey newspaper editor, man, I know your newspaper isn't nearly as well known as the dailysuperhero.com, but...
Well, I mean, we're climbing, though.
What is wrong with that article? Like, it sounds like he presupposes a lot of things and then solves them himself.
I feel like the thing that's wrong with that article is that he's an asshole.
I mean, look, I'm all for it. Like, if you want to sit there and be like, he didn't like the film the other day and now he likes the film, but I couldn't have been more clear. I even said it in the fucking video. I'm like, yeah, I watched the movie. I didn't like it as much the first time. Second time, I liked it much more. Like, I don't know what to tell you. And I told you why. I gave you the most fucking pussy possible reason, which is like, me and my friend are friends, or something like that.
I mean, like, there's a reason why when you go to see a comedy in a theater, it's a different experience than when you see it at home. It's because you're vibing off the people in the room.
Yes.
Like, comedy is contagious. Like, the joy of cinema, the joy of entertainment is a communal experience. We all agree to go in the dark and let some story play out on the screen in front of us. And that's the magic of it. And if you can't allow yourself to be sort of influenced by the vibe in the room, even if that vibe is just a dude you've known for 20 years, then you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, it's true. I mean... Fucking Detroit giving you your propers, man. Holy shit.
You guys.
It's absolutely true, though. Like, I was sitting there going, well, honestly, like, do you want me to lie and be like, oh, no, it didn't do anything to me on the second viewing? Like, I told you the story of why. It had everything to do with the guy I was with and shit. And I'm sitting there going, like, oh, fucking my heart grew 2 sizes too big that day. As my friend was just like, parademons. Like, this is a grown man with his own child and shit. And to hear him fucking utter it at the same time as I did, I was like, that's beautiful, that's special. That's worth the price of admission and shit like that. Yeah, there's still some shit I don't like about the movie, but like, fucking, I do like it overall.
I mean, it's weird that we live kind of in a time when a public figure is not supposed to have a change of opinion on anything.
Yeah.
That we're sort of the ossification of thought, especially if you're a politician. Like, I've got to think this thing and always think this thing. Otherwise, I'm flip-flopping or I'm waffling or I'm wishy-washy. You should be allowed to, when new information brings itself to light, re-examine your initial perspective and change it.
Yeah.
If it does.
And, absolutely. And like, I got a platform where I can be like, oh, here, I think this. Oh, here, I think this. And some people online were like, fucking, I saw a lot of these tweets, dude. Fucking, who gives a fuck what this fat piece of shit thinks? Like, why should we care? Why is this being forced down my throat? And I'm with these people. I'm like, buddy, I'm not out there going, you better write an article about what a dickhead I am. Like, they just pick it up and run with it. Like, I talk about it. They know that if they put my name in a headline, they'll get a click, and it fucking happens. But nobody would like it more than me if they wouldn't, like, go into the podcast, pull out news, and write stories about it. But it happens. It's going to happen, particularly because we sit here and sometimes talk about newsworthy things. This was a newsworthy thing, and they made it more newsworthy than it was by being like, he didn't like his buddy's movie. And it's like, no, I did. And I clearly said that. And I clearly said I like my buddy. So what's the fucking beef and shit? The only beef that I could possibly see would be Zack Snyder being like, buddy, shut your fat fucking hole. Like, but as you pointed out, none of these people fucking give a shit. Are you kidding me? They're all like, make it rain in Gotham. 530 million. Who gives a fuck what Silent Bob says? Like,
Why is he talking anyway? He's silent.
I've seen a lot of that. I saw a lot of tweets, like one where it was like, you know, they'll reprint the article. Like Kevin Smith said this about Batman v Superman, and somebody wrote, "Why don't you just raise your eyebrows, nod a lot, and shut the fuck up?"
I mean, like that's a shitty tweet, but well written though.
Well written, dude. And also put it on Front Street, like go back to being silent, Bob, you know. All right, folks, we're out of news, and right now it's like 9:37, so we're gonna turn it over to Q&A. I don't think there are mics in the audience because we didn't tell them we were gonna do this.
No,
are there?
One there.
Is there a microphone? Are you holding it? There's one here? Oh, there's one on stage. Oh, shit. Yeah, but then people gotta get up and shit like that. Room's big enough where we could probably hear you if you put up your hands, and we'll repeat the question to everyone else. There's a hand right there. Go ahead. Speculation time, folks. Why didn't he have a microphone on him for that? My man wants to know which Robin I think died in Batman v Superman, because obviously he held open his shirt and said, "I like dick." And we assumed it was Dick Grayson, but there's a giant photo of a cock on his shirt. No. Which one do I think it is? Well, Zack Snyder gave an interview fairly recently where he talked about the background of the Robin suit in the cave and said in his mind, it's a Robin that died 10 years prior. It sounded kind of Jason Todd-y, like and he said it was by a Batman villain. He didn't say it was by the Joker. So it sounds like that's the Robin that might have died was Jason Todd. He said in his mind, in that continuity, it happened 10 years before the events of Batman v Superman. So that might line up with like Bruce. I mean, originally I'd heard that he hadn't been Batman for a while in this movie. Did you understand that to be the story? Like he hadn't been active in a while, and then he'd been active this whole time?
That's the way it feels.
Yeah, that's the way it felt in the movie, but that's not the way it was set up or the way they talked about it in advance of the movie.
Like how long has he been looking for the white Portuguese and not knowing how Google works? Like, it's a fucking boat. Just Google the docs. Like, you've got this giant computer that does shit, just white Portuguese. It's a demand master, Bruce. No, it's a fucking boat. It's right there. Biggest day.
He's like, I thought it was like Black Orchid, White Ninja, or something like that. No, it's a fucking boat. The idea of it being Jason Todd, I like, because that means that Dick Grayson could be Nightwing somewhere in that universe.
There's also a kind of awesome theory that the little girl in the beginning that Bruce saves will be Carrie Kelly.
That she grows up to be Carrie Kelly.
That she grows up to be Carrie Kelly.
For the
which
Robin from Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah.
They said, though, that her footage, Jenna Malone, who was early in the movie, they were saying that she was rumored to be playing Barbara Gordon or Batgirl or Carrie Kelly, Robin. They said her scenes got cut out of the movie, but they're going to be on the long R-rated cut on DVD. And Killing Joke. So, but we're going to find out what character she was meant to play. There's an article that broke while they were shooting here in town where somebody who was there for the shooting and said that it was Carrie Kelly, and everybody got real excited, but apparently maybe not the case. So it could be that little kid is Carrie Kelly?
Could be.
So then that would make sense, because then he'd be like a 70-year-old Batman and shit later on if she was...
she's an orphan.
And she's, yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of dope. We met, before we came in here, we met a guy. Where are you, man? Come on up. This is a dude who was actually in Batman v Superman. Yeah, you can use that one. Tell him your name, sir.
Hey, what's up, guys? My name's Amar Nemo. Give it up for Kevin Smith and Marc Bernard, Detroit. Come on, where you guys
Very
at?
sweet. Now, you worked on the show. We were coming, and he tweeted earlier in the day. He was like, I fucking worked on that show.
Yeah.
And then went on Batman v Superman, and when we were coming in tonight, he was backstage. Tell him what you did. Don't worry about me. Tell him what you did in the movie.
This guy gave me a Rocky Balboa shot today. 1 out of a million. I worked on the set for about a week. I had about 5 scenes. One of them was a protester. I was right
A protester in front of the Congress?
Yeah, right behind Amy Adams. Okay, I was right in front of Amy.
Get
Adams.
into the mic. Get it real quick. There you
Sorry.
go.
I was right in front of Amy Adams, but I'm holding a sign. I don't want to say what the sign is. I don't want to spoil nothing. They
Oh,
cut
spoil
out.
it, dude. Spoil it. Hardcore.
But it's not in the movie. They might put it in the Ultimate Edition.
We'll put.
I don't
Wait.
Yeah,
So
I don't want Zack Snyder to kick me in the face or some shit. So
there's a piece of it. There's a piece of information on your sign that
Yeah.
might spoil a
Yeah.
future movie.
Yep, it might. They took it out.
Oh, do it.
Here. A, they want it. B,
It's
we can always cut it out. Go ahead.
All right, it's nothing that big. I'm holding a Nazi sign, okay? So I'm right in front of Amy Adams, and Zack Snyder looked at me like I was working for 5 hours. He's like, "You gotta go, dude." He's like, "You gotta go 2 rows behind at least." The sign. I'm like, about to cry and everything, right? He goes, "Don't worry, you're gonna be in the shot." I'm like, "All right, cool." So I'm holding the sign, and then I get beat up in the movie. They cut that out. There's a lot more to that Capitol scene, and they just cut a lot of stuff out.
Did he interact with the protesters at all?
Who?
Superman?
No, he just when he landed, he just looked at everybody and looked at Lois. And I walked up to Henry. He liked my hair. I'm like, "Dude, check out the hair, same style." And he's all like, gave me a fist pound. And that was awesome. I'm like, "Oh my God, a year ago, I'm in the theater watching Man of Steel, and they're right in front of me right now." I'm like, "Holy shit." My mind's fucking exploding, right? It was insane.
All right, so that was the one scene, but
One
you got to
scene.
work on another scene as
Yeah,
well?
another scene. I was supposed to be in a scene with Ben Affleck, and I guess they cut it out or something. So they put me in the.
He was probably threatened by you.
Yeah, right. Come here. They put me into the Day of the Dead scene, and they put me as the main focal point. If you watch the teaser, I'm directly behind Superman. They didn't put it in the movie. They put the wide shot instead. So I was in the Washington scene. He's like, "You got to put face makeup on now." So they're like, "You got to stand."
So they shot the scene in Mexico here in
No,
Detroit?
it was in Detroit, but they had the whole signs and all that kind of stuff, a fruit market in Mexico and stuff like that. And I shot the scene, and Zack Snyder's like, "Come here, I like the way you look." He took out his cell phone. He started taking pictures of me. I'm like, "Holy shit, bro, send me a couple, But yeah, that
He's like, "No, I'm going to jerk off to these later."
It was awesome. My mind, again, it was just like, "Holy shit, I can't believe I'm doing this," And then to go back to the Capitol scene, I had a couple lines. Like where I'm shouting out to Superman, "You murderer, kill yourself," blah, blah, blah.
What?
Yeah, it was
That was
bad.
a line of dialogue?
Honest to
Kill
God.
yourself?
Well, in the scene, there's another scene where they're burning Superman. There's a Superman doll, actually,
That they burned in effigy? Like a kind
Yeah,
of...
yeah. You'll see like on the news, Perry White's looking at the doll. He's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
And that was me starting up like kind of like the riot in a way. And they're like, "What would you say to Superman?" I'm like, "Fucking murderer, dude. He killed all those people." Man of Steel. He's like, "Use it." I'm like, "Okay." So I was shouting out, "Murderer, murderer." Then everybody started shouting out, "Murderer." Then I'm like, "Kill yourself." A couple other things. Hey,
Go
but I
back to
love
Krypton. You're not that good looking. My hair looks better.
Not in the rain now, though. But it was.
You should have low self-esteem.
Yeah, right. It was such.
Why don't you try smiling?
Shit like that.
But it was such an honor to be on there and stuff, and it was really cool. Like, just to be a little upgraded and extra, But
All right, so when you're there, Zack Snyder took pictures of you and stuff. Did you watch him direct? You see him in action?
yeah, he was telling me what to do, and I'm like, "All right, this is Zack Snyder." Like, I did stuff with Michael Bay before, and I also got cut. But I'm like,
What kind of stuff did you do with Michael Bay? Butt stuff?
nah. It was at the hotel at the Hilton. Shh, I'm just joking. Cut that shit out, please. No.
It was probably very confusing butt stuff.
Yeah,
You're like,
right?
who's in who?
For The Island. Remember the movie The Island with Scarlett Johansson, Ewan McGregor? There's a restaurant
I like
scene.
that movie.
It's all futuristic. They cut it out, though. I'm like, fuck my luck.
They shot that here as well?
Yeah, they did. Back in '05, actually. And,
So you're like the professional extra who gets cut out of
yeah,
stuff?
I got other movies, though. I got a movie called Aladdin, 3477, Matt Bush, Star Wars illustrator. He writes, it's like Blade Runner meets Star Wars meets, Aladdin. And I got 4 scenes. I'm talking in a different language.
Do those 3 again?
I'm sorry?
Do those 3 again, because like one of those things is not like the other. One more time, what are they?
They're Aladdin 3477. It's Star Wars meets Blade Runner meets Aladdin.
So
I
wait,
don't-
when the meets Aladdin part, that means there's a genie, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's no Abu, I don't think.
No Abu.
No Abu.
Rub that lamp. Rub that lamp. Put a shine on that shit, son.
Yeah, right?
Future.
I got a few scenes where I'm watching like the princess. I'm her main bodyguard. I had to learn a whole new language. It's in Indian, instead of Arabian Nights, it's kind of like, it's the
Like a
Hindu
Bollywood
version.
movie?
Kind of, but it's going to be in America. This guy's badass. He knows what he's doing. So.
Is there dancing?
Yes.
There is dancing?
No.
Is it better than that?
A little bit. Hey, I can dance a little bit, man.
How many days total were you at Congress?
I was there
And
for...
wait, Congress was here? So what, they just put the building
It
in
was
later?
shot in Pontiac at the big studios. It was about 3 days, I think. 2 or 3 days. And they shot the whole thing there. But the Congress part, the court part, I wasn't in that scene. That's a whole totally different place where they shot.
But outside, you were just outside. Did they, and they must have added the building later? Or
it
did
was
they
fake
build a
steps.
fake facade?
The steps were fake. Then everything else was green screen, like the whole Congress building.
Fuck out of here, really?
Yeah. And
It's so weird. I've been making movies for 22 years, and I'm still like, what? A special effect?
There were...
They put Congress in Detroit? That's amazing.
Right? There was green screen.
Souped him right in.
Yeah, right?
I'm such a fucking idiot, man. I'm like, tell us the inside dope. There was a green screen.
A green screen actually fell. Thank God nobody was there. There was all green screens around the whole, fake Capitol.
Where they had to put the Washington landscape.
Yep, and one of the fucking things fell. I'm like, shit. I wish it would have hit me. Maybe I can, I won't sue you, but put me in the movie a little bit. Give me a line.
I won't sue you, but put me in the movie.
like,
Don't put me in the movie, I'm gonna fucking sue you.
Right?
It was a good time overall.
Yeah, it was.
And you liked watching the man work his magic?
Awesome. Like, he's just
Talk about him as
patient.
a director. Here, a lot of people out in the world are like, fucking Zack Snyder. Talk about him as a director.
Zack
Give him his
Snyder
props.
is so patient and so humble. And I've worked, I'm a nobody. I'm just a little upgraded extra. Anyway, long story short, this guy is so humble, and he's on his scooter on set, just chilling, like, hey, guys, and I'm like, fucking Zack Snyder on a scooter, holy shit. And he's
Zack Snyder on a scooter was my name
Like a
of my
motorized
band
scooter.
in high school, my punk rock band. We rocked so hard. Zack Snyder on a scooter.
He speaks very quiet, and he's just, he's having a great time. He's loving what he's doing. And I'm so happy I met that guy. And, my last name's Nemo, so a lot of people on set remembered it, kind of. I'm like, he's like, hey, Nemo. I'm like, what's up, bro? He remembered my name, actually. I was really surprised. He probably doesn't remember me now, but.
Find me Nemo.
Exactly.
That's what he would say. Find me Nemo.
Yep, exactly.
Holy shit. All right, give it up for Nemo, everybody.
Thank
Great
you, guys.
story,
Thank
man.
you. Thank you.
Well done. Well done. Local pride and shit. All right, let's go to another question. We'll get a few, and then we'll send you out. Right there up front. He just lost 85 pounds. Give it up for him, man.
Now that you've lost some weight, are you going to change the name from Fat Man on Batman to just Man on Batman?
The question is, now that I've lost some weight, will we change the title from Fat Man on Batman to Man on Batman? Or Men on Batman?
Man on Batman?
Yeah. That's pretty hot.
Yeah, right?
I'm afraid, at one point I wanted to make it Fat Men on Batman, but I was afraid we would just get a whole bear audience tuning in, and
I'll take that shit, though.
totally, man.
They spend money.
That bear money spent. But I don't know. I mean, we'll leave, a lot of people over the last year have been like, you guys barely talk about Batman. Shouldn't you change the title? I was, no, it's I always felt we'd change the title once DC was like, change the fucking title. Because I can't own the title. I can't put the name
You
Batman
say
in it.
face, neck, and chest an awful lot for a thing that's got Batman in it.
So maybe one day, I honestly feel like one day somebody over there, they like me, they've been very nice to me over the years, but sooner or later somebody's be like, dude, you literally took a word that we own and trademarked and put it in your fucking podcast just because it rhymes. You can't do that.
I was working for Wildstorm a while back, and I pitched them a book that was called Robin Banks and the Liberators. It's supposed to be like a female heist book, and Jim Lee, who fielded the pitch, loved it, but said, okay, you got to change the name. It's like, why? What's the matter? It's like, yeah, Robin is in the title. You can't do that. I'm like, why? It's like, well, because we own the copyright. It's like, yeah, but you're buying this book. You can't infringe on yourself. Yeah. It's your word. If you want to put it on a book, you can say, yeah, we don't want to open the door to anybody else doing a Robin book. I'm like, but shut up. Come on. Really? No.
Did they trademark the word Robin?
Yeah.
So what about the birds? We got to change those names now.
Yeah, you can't call them that in print.
Hey, bird, you're being sued. Here,
Red
cease
thing
and
in the
desist
air.
from Warner Brothers.
I think Marvel copyrighted the word superhero at one point.
They did. I remember hearing
Yeah.
that. And then, so what does DC call theirs?
I think
they tried to copyright it, but they couldn't, right? What is it? It's one more time. Hold on.
co-own the trademark.
Holy shit, what a great piece of information, man, right from the audience. What he said was, DC, and I can vouch for this because I knew this in the back of my stoner brain. DC and Marvel co-own the term superhero, and nobody else, no other comic book company, I guess, nobody else can use it. Is that right? That's fucked up, man. The one thing that brings them together is greed.
Did you know that Gene Simmons trademarked the Moneybags symbol?
Yeah. Gene Simmons from Kiss trademarked the Moneybag symbol, and I only know that because he told me that the first time I met him. I was at Golden Apple Comics in Los Angeles when it used to be in the middle of Melrose, like over by Fairfax and Melrose. And Bill Leibowitz ran that store. He's a great guy. Loved the medium and stuff. I remember I first saw him on TV during 1989 when Batman came out. Like Entertainment Tonight did a piece about they're selling lots of merchandise and T-shirts, and they went to Golden Apple and they interviewed him and stuff. And years later, when I went out to Los Angeles after Clerks, I went looking for Golden Apple, and I was like, "I saw you on TV," and he was like, "When?" I was like, "In 1989." You know, so we became friends. One day I was in the store, and he goes, "Kevin, let me introduce you to Gene Simmons," and I was like, "Oh crap." So I said, hello. He's like, hello, I'm Gene Simmons. How are you? And I was like, I'm really... I was like, prove it. He was like, blah. We started talking, dude, like no lie, not exaggerating. This is what I said. I was like, oh, my friend Walter is a massive Kiss fan and stuff. And he was like, great, great. He's like, I've been working on some projects. You want to see what I'm working on? That was his opener, not even like, how are you? What do you do? And he picked up he had a pad in his pocket, like a little spiral notebook pad, but a tiny one that you'd usually write homework assignments in when you were in school.
Like just...
Yes, like he's Jessica Fletcher and shit, writing notes. Like it was Law and Order and shit. And so he sits there and he opens up this little pad and he has a list of projects he's working on and the names of the people that he was working on them with. It was very impressive. But then he's like, but you know what the real money is? And I said, what? And he turns the page and there's a picture of a bag with a dollar symbol on it. And I was like, oh. And I thought he was making like a visual Gallagher type pun or something like that.
Money.
Something Carrot Toppy, like, hey, here's my fucking money or whatever the fuck. But he looked at me like I was an idiot and shit. And he was like, what are you laughing at? And I was like, what do you mean? That's the real money. And he goes, no. I copyrighted this. I trademarked this. And I was like, what did you trademark? He's like, a bag with a dollar sign on it. I own that. And I was like, I thought it was on Monopoly. And he goes, they didn't trademark it, I did. And I was like, really? And he was like, yeah, nobody trademarked it, so now it's mine. So if Monopoly wants to show amusing, they gotta come to me.
That's the story I heard, was that he wanted to do a Kissopoly.
Yeah.
And Milton Bradley, whoever the fuck it is, was like, yeah, you can't do that without getting our permission. He's like, really? Because I'm Gene Simmons and I do what I want. And they're like, no, really, our lawyers will get you. He's like, oh, well, here's the thing. I own this logo that you've got on hundreds of millions of games worldwide. Either I do Kissopoly or you pay me for every time you've used that logo.
Holy fucking shit, man. It's like he takes off the demon makeup and he's an even bigger demon. He fucking held Milton Bradley at gunpoint and shit.
Do what I say.
I'll put my dicks in both your mouths, Milton and Bradley. Okay, let's jump back to those. Right there. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, you're standing, sure.
Honestly, two things. Number one, big hero. I already talked to both of you.
Thank you. Thank you. He said nice things about us.
Yeah.
Keep going.
A lot has been made about them changing the Harley Quinn origin potentially in the new Suicide Squad movie, and I wanted to get your opinion.
A lot has been. Has that been a thing? Have people been talking about that online? I haven't seen much discussion yet, but I wouldn't doubt it.
Talking about like taking out the complexity of the character and how the Joker ends up manipulating her into character and dumping her into chemicals and things like that. How married you were to the origin story, considering what you named your daughter and everything.
It's true. Well, first off, like in the Snyderverse, we have to learn that some characters are going to behave a little bit differently sometimes, and this is David Ayer directing this. Yeah. And from what I saw in the trailer, there's an origin scene where the joke, spoilers, I mean, it's in the trailer. The Joker lowers her into a vat of acid or whatever makes the skin whiter or something like that. That was not in the origin, that Paul Dini and Bruce Timm came up with in Mad Love. But I'm not one of those people that's just like, if they don't do this fucking origin, fuck them. No, I'm happy to. Honestly, that shot is visually arresting, you know. And for but people who don't really know the Harley Quinn character and don't know her origin, like that's a thrilling look at an origin and more visually sumptuous. The origin we're used to is, oddly enough, even though it came from animation, is a lot more psychologically driven. You know, it's he plays head games with her until she breaks and kind of becomes his and stuff and puts on makeup and buys an outfit. So, you know, it looks like they're doing something that's a lot more cinematic and something that's easier to convey in an image. And I like the image. Like I remember the first time I saw it, my kid was like, that's not how Harley's born. And, you know, because she knows because her name's fucking Harley. And I was like, let me tell you how this Harley was born. And she's like, not again, Dad, you know. So she was like, did that happen in the comics? I said, not in any comic that I've ever read, but maybe they did it as part of New 52 or something. Is that what it was? So they redid Harley's origin. So it seems like the Snyderverse is following the New 52 storylines and what a lot more. So if they did that in that book, I guess it makes sense that they would do it in the movie. You know, as a purist, I'm like, I love the Mad Love origin from Batman, the animated series. I love it as the one-shot book that they did. That will always mean the world to me personally, not just because like it's a great fucking story with fantastic art, but you know, my now present wife, but the girl I was just fucking years ago, was at my apartment and she's like, you got all these comic books. I've never read a comic book. Well, maybe I should read one. I was like, you absolutely should. I said, she goes, what could I read? And I wanted to start her with Dark Knight Returns, but I was like too heavy. So I was like, Mad Love had just come out, you know, in trade paperback format. And I said, here, man, read this. It's a book called Mad Love. It's the origin of the Joker's girlfriend / sidekick. So she went and took a tub, like I had a big tub, and she went and filled it with bubbles and fucking got a Burger King glass, like R2D2, C3PO, filled it with a drink, and then got in the tub and read the book. And I know this for a fact, even though it happened fucking 17 years ago, because I creepily took a picture from the other side of the room. So, you know, this is long before digital. It was like fucking you had to develop that shit. And I took it
So
into...
she could hear the click?
Yes.
Click, click. What
And
the fuck
she
was
barely knew me, so she was like, oh shit. Like, I took that shit to a photo mat to get delivered, and they were like, yes. Because she
We
was sitting
can
in
give this to you an hour or 3 hours. We can hold this to
They're like, we only needed 5 minutes. Here you go. It was really sweet shot, man. She's sitting in the tub, and the boobs are floating, and fucking the bubbles are everywhere, and there she is reading this book. And when she got out of the tub, she finished the book. She read the book in the tub. She gets out. I was like, what'd you think? She was like, I thought it was great. She's like, this is what comics are like? This is great. It's really grown up stuff. And I was like, yeah, it's fun, right? And she goes, that'd be a great name for a kid, Harley Quinn. If we ever have a daughter, we should name her Harley Quinn. And I was like, yeah, that'd be amazing. Then I got her pregnant. And then we were able to put that shit to the test, man. And sure enough, like when the kid was born, there was a moment we were in the room with her, you know, because they deliver the kid in the room. They don't take you to an OR or anything like that. Same room that she was in labor in. They're like, put your legs up. They take the kid out and they're like, all right, bye. And they fuck off. So when the kid came out and I saw her for the first time, because I was on the fucking catcher end of it, so I could see her face before Jen, because Jen could only like look like this over her belly and shit.
So
I was
you went below
now
the
you know what it
30th parallel?
fucking feels like to look over a belly, motherfucker.
You're a brave man, sir.
Very brave. So I sat there catching and stuff ready for, and I saw the kid come out her head, breeches, and I saw her face before my wife, which I've rubbed in forever. You know, I've always been like, I know you built her, but I saw her face first. And when I saw that sweet little face, I was like, we can't name this kid Harley Quinn. Like, this is going to be horrible to label a kid Harley Quinn, man. She's going to go into school. They're going to make all sorts of cruel names. Like, if she a little loose, Harley Quinn. If she a little heavy, Hardy Quinn and shit like that. You know, I could just see, like, and even if without all that, they're like, what? The Joker's girlfriend. This is fucking stupid. So I said to Jen, I was like, we shouldn't name this kid Harley Quinn. And we'd been calling this kid Harley Quinn for like 9 months the whole time. So much so that, you know, we didn't know if it was girl or boy for a long time. And I was like, what if it's a boy? And she's like, we'll name him Charlie Quinn. So we were ready for fucking Harley Quinn, and when I finally saw her, I was like, I can't, this is like a joke. I can't joke name a kid and shit. What am I, Gwyneth Paltrow? Like, this is fucking... I like to believe that somewhere Gwyneth Paltrow is telling that same joke, but going, I can't joke name my kid. What am I, Kevin Smith? But probably not. So, I said, I don't think we should name this kid Harley Quinn. She's like, what do you mean? I was like, I don't know. That's fucking man. I told her my reasons. And she goes, no, that is like, we've been waiting for this kid for 9 months. All we ever talked about was Harley Quinn. We've built a universe for this kid, man. And like, we got to own up to it. That's a great fucking name. Fuck everyone else. And so I was like, all right. And then, it was a good move, very good move. I was so happy she named Harley Quinn. But I told her, I was like, if that's the case, we'll see how pot committed you are. If I get you pregnant again, next kid's named Batman. And you'll notice we never had another fucking kid. Let's do 2 more and get the fuck out of here. Right there in the Batman shirt.
You, on one of your podcasts with Geoff Johns, you guys said you were working on a secret project. Did that ever come to fruition, or are you still working on it?
Not yet, still working on it. But there's another project with Geoff that just kind of popped up and shit fairly recently. It's the what? What was the question? Sorry. The question was when Geoff Johns was on Fat Man on Batman, we talked about a secret project that we were working on. Have we gotten any closer to it? A little bit. It's convoluted because of a rights history thing. But meantime, this other project popped up where he was like, hey, do you want to do this? And it's off the beaten path. It's in the DC world and stuff, but it's more animated. And I was like, oh my God, I would totally love doing that. So that might happen. I'll have more information about that later on. But the thing that we referenced, not yet. However, I think going up and like working on The Flash might have gotten us a little bit closer. But I'll let you know when I can. And if it happens, it'll be fucking amazing. I'm sorry, that's a non-answer. Ask another question. After the show, take a picture with me? Absolutely try. Okay, where we go? Yeah. Hi.
We still on here? Yeah,
Here.
we go. I actually wanted to say thank you. Because when Force Awakens came out, I took my son, 10 years old. We had done a marathon, original trilogy, to get him prepared, right?
How sweet.
Re-educated.
Right.
I didn't know how much he took to Han Solo. He's usually a villain guy, so Kylo Ren was his world before the movie came out. Poster on the wall, saber, toy, all that.
I was a Darth Vader kid. I was the same way.
Yeah, he's all villains. We go to see the movie. Kylo Ren, Han Solo scene happens. I'm not going to say spoilers because it's pulp culture now. It comes out Monday, Wednesday. Everybody knows. And it comes out, the scene happens. They're into the lightsaber fight afterwards, and I look over and he's looking upset. I'm like, oh, because Kylo's getting his ass kicked. That's why he's sad,
Yeah.
right? Bad
He's
guy's
like,
getting
my
handed to
hero
him.
is losing.
Right. After the movie, he's teary-eyed. He's inconsolable. I'm like, what's wrong, man? Han Solo, man, Dad, Han Solo. He went home, ripped the poster off the wall, threw the lightsaber in the garbage. He was upset.
Fuck you, Kylo Ren!
He probably
Emo piece of shit! You raped my childhood and I'm still living my childhood!
he may have said some of that. I don't know. I was trying to come up with a way to console him. So we tried to tell him, don't hate the character, don't hate the whole saga because of one moment. Hate the character for what he did, but not all this. And, well, who wrote the movie? J.J. Abrams. I hate J.J. Abrams. And afterwards, my wife and I are saying, well, we got all this Kylo Ren shit for Christmas. I guess we got to take some of it back because J.J. Abrams ruined Christmas. Thanks, J.J. So a couple weeks later, we're going to go for a second viewing, and he doesn't want to do it. I don't want to see that movie ever again. I hate Kylo Ren. I hate J.J. Abrams.
He felt betrayed.
He did, yeah. And he was upset because this hero died. So I had seen your reaction. I'm like, let's give this kid a different perspective. So I queued it up to when you're about to tell your reaction to Han Solo and Chewie and my boy and all that.
For those unaware, this was my reaction to that moment. That was one of my favorite moments in The Force Awakens, not because Han Solo, spoilers, got killed.
Oh, he said
You
it.
son of a bitch.
Yeah, sorry, folks. But it was one of my favorite moments in that movie, and I reacted to on a real gut level, was Chewie's reaction. Because first, it fucking happens, and they cut to everybody's reaction and shit. And, they cut to Han looking at his boy and touching his face. I was getting all fucking, I just got glassy-eyed thinking about it. And then he falls, and then the next fucking shot is Chewbacca's reaction, and he takes a fucking shot at Kylo Ren.
Right.
I loved that so much in the movie because I was like, yes, bitch, because that would be my reaction if somebody fucking like lightsaber Jay,
Right.
Silent Bob, and if I could take him out. Go ahead, sorry. But that was my reaction that he was talking about.
So I queued it up and got your perspective on this, and I told my son, this is Kevin Smith, you've not seen his stuff because it's not appropriate for you, but he's a big...
This is a heavyset stranger you'll never meet.
Right. You'll see his movies in like 10 years or something. But he's a big...
In a bargain bin. What's a bin? Well, kid, it's this.
So I explained who you are. Big Star Wars fan, references Star Wars in all his movies.
You're like, what does he do? We're like, I'm not sure, but I know he's a Star Wars fan for a living.
Right. So I show him your reaction and your take on it. And something clicked in his brain. And he realized, okay, I don't have to hate all of Star Wars because this happened. This guy's telling me what Dad told me. I don't care what Dad said, but this fat man is telling me all about how I should feel because Chewie and all this. So
now, in a world of Star Wars, I got to meet your boy so that I could be like, I am your father.
There we go. You can't name him Batman, though, because he's a villain guy, so you got to name him Joker or something.
That's true. That's true. He likes it. He's a Joker man?
He probably likes Bane more because Bane broke Batman's back. And,
Your kid.
He liked
Watch your kid. He's a sociopath.
His
He's like, I like all the bad guys. I don't know what to tell you.
His favorite part in Batman vs. Superman, I asked him, he's like, I liked when Luthor threw Lois off the building. Okay.
Oh, you don't have any small animals, do you? Get them out of the house, man.
And a 6-year-old sister, so we're watching him closely.
Very.
Therapy's coming. But anyway, J.J. Abrams killed Christmas, but you saved Star Wars for me, so thank you from myself and my family.
Thank you, man. That was awesome. You rock. Thank you. That was fucking sweet.
That was adorable. I mean, not
Security
a question,
just
but
let a
adorable.
guy get on stage, but whatever. It was fucking sweet. I see someone waving a phone in the back. Is that you wanting to ask a question? Happily. We'll go to you. Go ahead.
So, DC's doing the new Rebirth.
DC's doing Rebirth in the comic books.
I was wondering what you two thought about it, and what do you think about them possibly revealing Joker's name?
That's right. He's asking us what we thought of the DC Rebirth idea that they've been talking about lately, and what we think of the idea of like they've announced recently. There was an article I think today where they said in Rebirth they're finally going to give the Joker a name. Now, when I read that, I was like, I didn't know that was like a big deal. They've in the comics in the past they've done like Jack Napier and stuff like that, which tied into Batman, 1989's Batman. But they stopped calling him Jack Napier because the deal that Jack Nicholson made on the Batman movie was for all-inclusive. He got a piece of anything that ever referenced the Joker or Jack Napier as well. So when I read that article today, I was like, oh, I bet you this is a way to be like, well, this is no longer Jack Napier, this is this character. Could be a financial thing, or it just could be a story thing, where they're just like, hey, we've never named this guy, let's name him, that'll be interesting, because maybe we want to move that into the movies as well. But it didn't bother me, it didn't feel like, what the fuck, they're shitting on everything, Whatever name he's gonna have, he's always gonna be the fucking Joker. And chances are, even if they name him recently, or in a recent issue, or an upcoming issue, they can change all that shit later on. You're talking about a medium where nobody ever really dies except for Uncle Ben and the Waynes,
A lot.
Yeah, and they die a lot. Like, at the head of every movie, they die. But this time it was fucking Negan and Maggie from The Walking Dead.
It was.
That was kind of sweet.
Still didn't need it.
Yeah, The Walking Dead, they announced, one of the producers on the show, I just read a thing about it, said that the season finale, which is this week, will break the internet.
Okay.
What do you think that means? Big death. That means a big
death.
fucking death.
You think that person who maybe died once before and then didn't die will maybe die again?
I mean, should we talk about it?
I mean, no. Listen, there's a kid who should not be here
Holy
who's asking
shit.
us not to do that.
Stand up real quick, man. How old are you? You're 10 years old? Why didn't you tell me I'm up here talking about pussy and anal and stuff?
We are going to the special hell, man.
Oh my God.
That they reserve for child molesters and people who
comic
talk in
books
the
aren't
theater.
for kids. How old are you? You're 10 years old? What are you, I mean, I'm happy you're here, but what are you doing here? Who is he? Who is this stranger? Oh, he's your dad.
Okay.
All right.
Because don't do that ordinarily.
Yeah.
He told me we're going somewhere. He got his van and it smelled funny. It smelled like candy and dreams.
If a grown man says, I'm gonna take you to see two fat men, don't go, man. Chances are they're gonna bake you into a pie. For the 10-year-old perspective, it's like 10, 12 now. Number one, it's past your fucking bedtime. Number two, you've been listening to us for 2 hours. Like, here, come on up here. We need you on a mic, man. I question your judgment, sir.
It is either amazing or horribly, horribly wrong.
I want to hang out with you. Tell them what your name is.
Owen.
Everyone say hi to Owen. Owen, you've been sitting here listening to adults talk about silly things for 2 hours. What is your takeaway from this?
It's great. I love humor. So.
Owen, I have no son, but today I do have a son. And it is you.
Especially because that guy maybe shouldn't be allowed to...
Yeah. Owen, I have to protect you from a father who would bring you to something like this.
Would you like to be a ward?
Yes, bitch! How'd you like to be Robin? I'm not a billionaire, but I do have some scratch. The Jay and Silent Bob fortune will afford me a young ward.
I'll allow it. But you watch your step, Mr. Smith.
Yes, Your Honor. Do you like these movies that we've been talking about? Did you go see Batman v Superman?
Yes, I did.
Oh, this is fantastic. All right, so all I've ever seen for the last week, and I've been one of them, is adults talking about this movie. And presumably, a superhero movie is generally for kids. As a 10-year-old member of the audience, let's hear your thoughts.
It was great. In fact, everybody got a laugh because in part of it, when the monster comes out of the grave in his dream, I screamed as loud as I possibly could.
You screamed?
Yeah.
And somebody was like, take that little girl out of here.
Well, nobody did anything, but I was just getting the figure that everybody was, like, scared.
Were they really?
I mean, me and my grandma, we screamed so loud.
I gotta be honest with you, some of those people were scared for a whole different reason. What was your favorite part of the movie?
That is a good point. I actually did like that.
But don't be bullied by that Wonder Woman fan. You
like
tell
what you
us.
like, son.
Yeah, what was your favorite part, Owen?
I really didn't have a favorite part. I just loved the movie in general.
From top to bottom. Are you
Yeah.
would you consider yourself a DC or a Marvel person, or you just like it all?
Both.
Really? So did you go see Deadpool?
No, very rated R movie, I hear.
You're gonna take him to this shit?
So, Owen, let's talk about pegging. Do you know what pegging is, Owen?
There's a bunch of stuff you gotta learn before you see that movie.
Pegging is not about Battleship.
Let me tell you, Deadpool, I love Deadpool very much. And I love the moral of Deadpool, the idea of, like, it's not what you look like on the outside, it's what's inside that counts. But it is full of very funny things and stuff. And
You should
ultraviolet
never,
imagery.
ever see.
Yeah. All right, so, okay, you didn't see Deadpool. What was, I guess, Age of Ultron, or Ant-Man? Age of Ultron or Ant-Man? Did you see both of those?
Yep.
What'd you think of those?
Great movies. I loved them.
I love you. You're like a young Jason Mewes, man. Jason Mewes, like, he was always given hand-me-down comics because he's a poor kid and stuff like that. So me and Walter would give him the comics that we didn't want and stuff. But Jason Mewes has never read a bad comic book in his life. And we tried. We would give him absolute dog shit, man. There was a period long before you were ever born where Marvel tried to reboot a line of comics that was called the Marvel New Universe. And these books were really tough to get through, man. Like, they didn't have any of your favorite characters and shit, and you were like, oh, this is tough. I gave my run of the New Universe books to Jason. And after 2 days, I was like, what? And I was there with Walter Flanagan. I was like, what'd you think? And he goes, they're amazing. And I realized, like, he just likes anything in color. You know, he's just... So he's never read a bad comic book, never seen a bad superhero movie, even ones that he might have minor complaints about. Like, he's just like, he could gloss right over those. That's such a good attitude to have, man. As you can hear, when you grow up, you start nitpicking things like crazy and stuff like that. But be the kid who's like, I don't have a favorite scene because my favorite scene was from credits to credits, you know? What are you looking forward to next, coming up next? What movies?
I really don't know, but I heard they're coming, the new Captain America movie I really want to see.
Civil War, man, yes. That's gonna be the move. Have you heard anything about a motion picture called Yoga Hosers yet? Anything?
No.
I didn't think so. Give it up for Owen, everybody.
We got one.
We got one. That's adorable. Like, my big fear when I saw, it was not a big fear, but one of the things I thought when I saw Batman v Superman was like, you can't take a kid to this, it's too dark. Owen is proof positive. He's 10 years old and he's like, I fucking loved everything. He didn't say fuck, but you know. But at the end of this night, he's gonna start. Ladies and gentlemen of Detroit, have had a good time this evening. We have had an absolute fucking blast, man, but give it up for the man who busted his cherry, my cohort in crime, man, Marc Bernardin. Make sure that you go out and patronize the Free Film Festival, man. Anytime somebody's trying to throw a little culture at you, take it, man. It's art, and nothing better than art in this world. As previously mentioned, they're screening that movie, The Death of Superman Lives, What Happened? They got a bunch of other things to peep out. We thank the Free Film Festival for making us part of it. Like, most days, you know, they say that I'm a director, but most days I don't really feel like a director and shit. I feel like a fan who just got to do this for a living and stuff. Being involved in any way, shape, or form with a film festival reminds me that, like, oh yeah, sometimes I direct. And so that was a really special thing. But more special than that was just being able to do this live with you. You crushed it, my friend.
Thank you.
Fucking did it.
And give it up for fucking Kevin Smith, you guys. Look at that dude. I could not have dreamt of doing this with anybody else.
Isn't that fucking nuts?
It's kind of awesome.
That is going to be Fat Man on Batman for this week. I'm Kevin Smith.
I'm Marc Bernardin.
We'll see you next week. Same fat time, same fat channel, Smodcast.com. Good night, Detroit. Hey man, it's me, Kevin Smith. Thanks for watching. Do me a favor, click that thing below that says subscribe. Every time you click that, you save a baby kitten from murder.